Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody today? It's been a strange morning so far today, hasn't it? Anyway, let's start with the... I woke up thinking it was Sunday. Pottering around, thinking, oh, it's Sunday morning, what am I going to do? Oh, I have to go to work. Anyway, early bird. It's a rather spectacular one today. It is Aurifil threads, which we all know are fantastic Egyptian cotton made in Italy, but look who they're affiliated with on this box. Only Tula Pink. I'll just move it that way because you're going to have room for the graphics. Because look, you can save £10. £10 off this morning. Should be £88.99. You can have these for now. Before you start thinking, oh, John, that's an awful lot of money for thread. Have a look at the. Well, have a look at the threads first of all. Let me just open the box. Variegated. I wish little Paul was here today because he gets very excited. Variegated oranges, the reds, the pinks, the salmon pinks, the bright pinks, the greens, the blues. Aren't they just exquisite? I think there's just two that aren't variegated. How gorgeous are they? Right. Now, I know you're thinking, right, yes, it's cotton. Yes, there's 1,300 metres on each spool. Yes, they're 50 weight. Yes, they're Aurifil. Yes, they're Tula Pink. But this works out at 50p per 100 metres. So you go to come to us. We don't sell thread that often. But when we sell, I'm not slagging off Gutermann, but if you buy a Gutermann thread for 100 metres, it's £1.80, right? 100 metres, £1.80 for polyester thread. This is top quality cotton thread, and it works out at 50p for 100 metres. I know, isn't that fantastic? And the colours are just exquisite, aren't they? £78.99. Have a think about it. Have a think about it. You're saving £10. Don't think too long, though, because they're flying out. Right, Terry says, morning, John and team. Paula says, morning, John. Karen says, morning, everyone. Looking forward to a great show. Claire says, good morning. Donna says, good morning, John and the team. Glennie says, good morning. Derek's in. Good morning, Hannah, Emma and John. One of my favourite shirts. I've not worn this shirt for ages. It's another magic trick. How weird is that? They just bounced off there. I don't know why, but I'm feeling I'm eating so healthily at the moment and drinking all my water. But I've seen this. Anyway, shut up, be quiet. Oh, there you go. I told you they were flying out. There's now fewer than 20 of these already. Fewer than 20 already. Look at the colours. Look, let's just go through the colours. Right, it's got that good. Now, obviously, these have still got the cellophane on them, so they won't be that shiny, but you've got the oranges there. You've got that beautiful one there, which is like a cream and a few reds. That one there is exquisite. Pinks there, greens, soft greens, aqua. Then that one's like carnival, isn't it? Then you've got greys and silvers there. Then you've got two there that are plain, like a grey and a pale green one there. I know, aren't they fantastic? Janet says, good morning, everybody. Suzanne says, good morning, John and team. Lynn Tuitt says, good morning, everyone. Flying out. They're absolutely flying out because she's saving £10. I know. Works out at 50p for 100 metres. I know. Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Right, now these threads normally only come on 200 metre spools. That's the smallest spool. Oh, here you go, look. So this if you bought 200 metres of that, how much is that? £3.60. How much is on there then? 200 metres? Yeah, so £1. Equivalent of ours would be £1, wouldn't it? Exactly. And that's Aurifil to Aurifil. 50 weight to 50 weight. We've got this box, a price comparison of this actual box elsewhere on the Long River. There you go. It is this box. Oh, there you go. Now they can see the colours, but they've taken the cellophane off theirs. They've not been mean with theirs. They've taken the cellophane off theirs. How much is it? I can't see. £90.42 on the Long River. They've got 12 in stock. We haven't anymore. We haven't got more than 12. Jackie says, good morning. Looking good. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I had the weirdest dreams last night. Hannah woke up clutching her socks that she fell asleep wearing. And she washed her hair, went to bed, and then dreamt that she was washing her hair. So she's massaged her hair, so it's about this big. It's about this big this morning. It's huge as well. You know a sheep when it needs to be sheared, and it's a bit lumpy on that side and not so lumpy on that. That's what it looks like today. 5 left, 5 left, 5 left. Quick as you can. Oh, message across my bottom. Good morning, John, from a cloudy Marlow. Now, Marlow. Christine, is that the one where the Complete Angler is? The hotel at the end. I've been to a few weddings there. I've also done a few photo shoots there for Hello Magazine. I know. No, you don't do naked in Hello Magazine, Hannah. Honestly, it's Saturday morning at 8:05 and she's imagining me with no clothes on already. It's a nightmare, not a dream. Morning, John. Love these threads. Great early bird offer. Thank you from Elaine in Perth and Kinross. Kinross, yeah. Scotland, yeah, that's Scotland, Hannah. Yeah. Morning, says Judith. Beverly. Morning, John and crew. Happy International Quilting Day. All. What is everyone making today? Love, Bev. Bev. Now Bev. I'm going to, later on, I'm going to be announcing the person who won. I'll show you very quickly. Yesterday, all you had to do was buy something. Oh, look, I'm sorry, they're a bit messy now. You could have won all these Liberty fabrics. I'm going to be announcing that person. Hopefully, Hayley B from marketing will be awake at some point this morning to let us know who's won that one. And then today's competition, I'll do this while we're here. Oops. Today's competition, you can win this Creative Grids ruler. All you have to do is buy something. You don't need to put a code in. You don't need to put a secret anything in. All you do is buy something between now and midnight tonight. Well, it was midnight last night. At midnight tonight, your name goes into the hat. And then tomorrow, is it Vix tomorrow, did we say? Vix tomorrow. Vix will announce tomorrow. No, what day is it? Yeah, Vix. Do you know what? I got so confused because yesterday I said it was Rebecca Reid because I thought today was Sunday. It's not though, is it? It's Vix tomorrow, Rebecca Reid on Monday. So Vix will announce during the show tomorrow who's won that ruler. Oh, Christine says she's near the Complete Angler. 2 left. 2 left. 2 left, that's it. They will go. Congratulations, it's International Quilting Day today. Saturday the 20th of March, International Quilting Day. We are asking for you to send in the pictures of quilts that you have made. Send them to studio@sewingstreet.com. Studio@sewingstreet.com. Now, yesterday, we had more than we could possibly show. So please, please, please don't be offended if yours doesn't get shown. Please don't be offended. Hannah works. She's already done. We've already had lots already. She's already done those. In fact, we have to show them during this hour, don't we? Because obviously I've got Emma Bradford coming up in a while. Can't be disturbing her, showing them and everything. She's such a... She's very angry. Oh, hang on. I'll just do these messages and I'll move. Mary Jane says, good morning to you. From 9 p.m. Saturday night here in New Zealand. Getting great ideas. Have a great day, John and Hannah. And Emma. Emma's here. Emma's the director. Good morning, John and crew. I've just been listening to the blackbird that sits on the top of the tree at the bottom of my garden. He's there every morning. Oh, who decides these international days? No idea, Claire. It's not us. Glenn says, morning, John. Loving the green quilt behind you. That's coming up. I'll show you. International Quilting Day. That's coming up at 9 o'clock with Emma Bradford. But wait a minute. If you like it in green, you're going to love it in magenta. I'll show you. Right, okay, I've got to move now, haven't I? Oh, God, yes. Now, this is very important. This is very, very important, right? We've got the Elna. I can't move it because it's holding the quilt in place. The Elna 560 is back in stock. Only a limited amount, right? Back in stock. Now, I've got something very... Well, hang on, let's just see this. Oh, hang on. There it is. Split pay, £193 3 times. £193 3 times. Right. The 560 is back in stock. We will not be getting any other Elna machines before May. However, we're trying desperately to get the 680. There's a glimpse that we might get the 680 plus back in, but there's no guarantee. We will not be getting a 550. We'll not be getting a 570. We won't be getting any more Elna machines in before May. This is it. This is it. Show that again for me. if you can see there, you've got your needle up, needle down position, you've got your cutter, you've got your locking stitch, you can work it without your pedal, it's got 100 stitches. It's a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous machine. And, oh, right, now, Hannah hasn't done this yet because she's been busy with the quilting. We will show you some price comparisons. In the 10 o'clock show, I'll show you some price comparisons because... No, we'll do it because I'll be able to concentrate on it more right, let's do the menu. Let's do the menu next. Let's do menu now because I've got to move now. Menu coming up today. Here you go. So this first hour, I've got Moda quilts, quilt kits, and some fabrics. Not Moda fabrics, but I've got some fabrics. Then I've got now that greenery quilt that you just saw. There it is. We've got a kit for that with Emma Bradford in the 9 o'clock hour. But also, we've got this one. Look, isn't it? Now, believe it or not, it's the same pattern. They're already selling. One is Moda, one is Free Spirit. I'll tell you all about that in a minute when I show you the website. Then I've got quilting tools at 10 o'clock. Well, I say quilting tools. I've got best press, I've got a puzzle, I've got quilt as you go, I've got fabrics, I've got all sorts of things in that. It's a lovely hour, 10 o'clock. And we'll be showing lots of your pictures in 10 o'clock. Then 11 o'clock, Emma Bradford is back. So why haven't they put a name on that? She's going to be showing how to layer up your quilt and how to bind your quilt and all sorts of things like that. Then, of course, we go to Yarn Lane. I've got a roundup of knitting kits at 12 o'clock. There's loads of them. I can't tell you. Absolutely loads of them. Right. Was I going to show you a picture? Oh, yes. We can get in touch. 3 ways of getting in touch. The first way to get in touch is by sending an email. studio@sewingstreet.com. studio@sewingstreet.com. Or you can send me a message on Facebook Live, which is the ones I've been reading out from here. Like Jean says, do they have to be finished quilts? No. No, don't have to be finished, Jean, at all. Anything. Annette says good morning. Anyway, so that's how you can send me a message on Facebook Live. And you can go to the website. Now, if you go to the website, www.sewingstreet.com, click on Watch the Live Show. Now, you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a little box there that says send message to studio. You can write a message there. It's very loud. It's repeating. And also I've got... no, Hannah's not repeating on herself. I've got... what's it called? Echo. Right, okay. So that's where you can send a message. Thank you for your message. Just said Hannah, I think that one. Right, scroll down. Sold out. Early bird has sold out, right? But look. So now, if you click on, go down a bit further, today's show deals, that will be everything that we've shown so far. So obviously that's the early bird, which is sold out. As I introduce items coming up in the next hour, they will appear on that site. However, if you want to have a good look at what's coming for the whole 4 hours, look at those quilt backings. The quilt backings, extra wide backings there in the first hour. Right, there's that lovely quilt kit. Oh, you haven't seen it yet. There's more backings there. I cleaned the toilets before I came in here, and I think I've got bleach up my nose. Anyway, there's quilt kits, a fabric. There, stop. There is the green quilt kit. Everything for your top and your binding is in the box. That's the green one. Then carry on down. Look, there's the magenta one. It's called Kaleidoscope. Beautiful, isn't it? It's the same pattern. It's really weird. It's the same pattern, but one is Free Spirit and one is Moda. Then carry on down. Then we've got all the things that are coming up in my tools hour there that I was telling you about. Keep going. Oh, Tree of Life pattern. That's just the pattern. Then look, we've got the Helen Newton patterns, just the patterns there. Beautiful. Highlighting it. Then we get to... Our internet's a bit slow today. There's some kits there. There's the puzzle. We'll show you that later. I'm going to try and make the puzzle during the today's show. Now, we don't know why these fat quarters are fabulous, right? You can buy them, but we don't know why they're in a quilting hour today. Oh, something. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's it. And there's the sewing machine. There's the sewing machine as well that is back in stock. So that's the way you can see what's coming up. So maybe you want to buy this and you're thinking, oh, I can't stick around till 9 o'clock. I've got to go out. Got my jab or whatever, anything like that. You can buy it, get it, and then watch the video later on YouTube when you get home. I know, but that's why we put everything on pre-order, so you can come in and get it. But please be careful, because some things do sell out on pre-order before we even get to the show. I think this is gorgeous, isn't it? This quilt is just beautiful. We're doing extra wide backings first. They're 108 inches wide. I'm sitting down. I've got to make a bit of room, though, here. Hang on. Okay, Elaine says, I'm watching you. Oh, no, Elaine's not very well. She's in bed after having a jab. Isabel says, good morning, John. Lovely to see you. Claire says, I've sent my best quilt into the studio. Claire, won't be shown in this out. Oh, it might be shown this out. She's got quite a few of them. Marcia says, morning, John, Hannah and Emma. Sorry I'm late. I was in the shower. Yeah, we can see you, Marcia. Clive's watching. Morning, John. Sent in a pic of Mark's drapes with my first ever quilt. Mark's drapes? What, it's curtains? Sent in a pic of Mark's drapes with my first ever quilt. Well, we'll have a look for it. There's hundreds, Clive. She's just working through them now. Right. Extra wide backings. Kaif. Oh, we're doing Blue Paisley first. Oh, it's about to sell out. I love this. You see, the thing is, we called it quilt backing. It's Kaif facet. Okay, we started with over 50 metres. There's a metre left. Right. And that's in pre-order. There's only a metre left, so you can just buy it for shirts or cushion backs or something like that. Or drapes. Draped. Mark's draped. Oh, he's draped on the first quilt. Oh, no. Uh-oh, Hannah. Yes, she might have to put little emojis over little bits that we can't be looking at. Denise had a jab yesterday. How are you feeling, Denise? Oh, that's sold out. That's sold out. Congratulations. Well done. Yeah, let's do the black and white swirly one now. I think this would be beautiful. Oh, I'll take my glass off. I think this would be beautiful as a dress. I think this would be exquisite as, one of Fiona Hesfer's dresses, maybe. One of the Laura's So Different dresses. Look. I'll put it still on the table so you can see it. Look. Oh, I love it. Look. Oh, it's not draped, it's under. So some reason it was marked under the quilt, not draped on the quilt, under the quilt. He's written draped. It's obviously his phone or whatever spell checked it, because he's just, yeah. Oh, Denise is a bit sore after a jab, but she's fine. Julie says, morning, John and team. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? So, it's $12.99 for half a metre. It's Kaif facet. It's 100% cotton. It's 274 inches, which is 274 centimetres, sorry, which is 108 inches. I'll show you. Oh, half the stock's gone. Have I got time to do this then? Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yes, there's one there. There's one there. This one won't be quite as successful as yesterday. Well, no, because it'll move, won't it? Oh, I've done the wrong corner anyway. It's not a tool, it's a clip. Did I? What did I say that for? And what's that got to do with tools? Oh, no, here you go. There you go. It's not cut very well, this one, I have to say. There you go. You have a look at it, look. I'm not fighting, just telling her. $12.99 for half a metre. You can have as much as you like. Well, it depends, because it's selling out so quickly. There's only 10 metres of that one left. Blimey. This International Quilting Day is good, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? But do you imagine that as a dress? Sheath dress, I'm thinking. Turban. This will be good for Hannah's hair at the moment, look. She's really into headscarves, but she never wears one. Apparently it's a lot of effort with curly hair. Your hair's a bit wild as well this morning, Emma, though, isn't it? She hasn't put the same... She had this lovely perfume on yesterday that her sister said was too strong for her, but I thought it was lovely. She's not got it on today. Oh, yeah, no? Can't smell it today. Did you not put as much on today? Okay, you ready to move on to convolulus? It's not called convolulus, but these flowers are convolulus apparently. I don't think I've seen it in this colourway before, Hannah. Oh, I love it. I'm thinking lovely spring dress. Karen in Wigan. How gorgeous would that be in one of your dress patterns? Right, the image on the web isn't quite as successful as it is in real life. Look how big they are, though. Where are you, Emma? Look how big those flowers are. That flower there's the size of this hand. Think of the name. Yeah, look. They're gorgeous. Look at the colours in there. Can you just pan out a little bit, Emma? Just so you can see all the different colours there. Oh, look, it's glorious, isn't it, that? Absolutely glorious. So it's 108 inches wide. It's 100% cotton. It's machine washable. It's K facet. Now, it's called backing fabric, but it's exactly the same cotton as he uses for all it. So you can use it for piecing. You can use it for cushions. You could use it for... he's got, in one of his books, he has a kimono pattern, doesn't he? It'd look gorgeous in a kimono, wouldn't it? Imagine coming down the stairs in the morning on a beautiful spring, sunny morning and sitting in the garden, sipping your coffee, wearing a kimono made of this. And then at Hannah's, you'll be able to hear the abattoir behind you. The butcher's chopping up the meat for the butcher's shop behind him. Don't you back onto that butcher's? Oh, the greengrocers. So I thought, what, then the pound shop? There's a butcher's at the front of the pound shop. Oh, I've got it wrong. Oh, she's got the bakery and the greengrocers behind her. So she's just got what those things that come in bananas, like the poisonous spiders that come in bananas. Yeah. Anyway, oh, that's quite nice. So you don't hear them chopping the meat then. That's good. I love the bright quilt behind you, John. I usually stick to neutral colours, but loving bright colours. Oh, it's, yeah, next hour. It's available now. Right, let's show a few photos. While I fold this up, we'll just show a few photos. There's the first one. Mariner's Compass. Oh, I forgot that coming up. Have I not got Mariner's Compass coming up later? I made this Mariner's Compass for my mother a number of years ago, designed with the help of my quilting tutor. And this is still waiting to be quilting, but had fun making the applique blocks and love stained glass. Oh, that's beautiful. Sharon, well done, my love. Yeah, they're the Robin Ruth rulers, but don't they make Mariners? Oh, look at this one. Finished last year in lockdown. All William Morris took over a year. My third quilt. Pamela, you can send that round whenever you like. Now, what's at the end? Look at that. How big that Strawberry Thief is at the bottom. Now, is that like an applique or is that because that's huge? Oh, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? On there, I've got that cushion. I've got that cushion you've got at the top. Very nice. I like your bedside lamps as well. Right. Oh, look at that. You've got a heart on your bed head. Oh, that's a beautiful picture. Next. Sorry. Hannah was... Oh, I say. Bonada to you all at Sang Street from an overcast South Wales, waiting in anticipation for the big rugby match this evening between Wales and France. Oh, is there rugby on tonight? And everything crossed for Wales. I digress. This is a quilt called Tutti Frutti, made with a Moda jelly roll. I love the butterfly quilting on this one. Oh, yes. Chris. A Tutti Frutti made with the Moda. Is that from Pam and Nikki Lintop, Tutti Frutti, from their jelly roll book? Lovely. Thank you for that, Chris. Jochen Bauer. One from Margaret. Oh, that's nice. I love red work and quilting, and this is a quilt combining the two. Finished for last Christmas. Lockdown helped. Best wishes from Margaret. Margaret, that's lovely. Now, is that a Mandy Shaw, or is that a different design? I think it's a different design, isn't it? Oh, look, I can see you holding it up. I hadn't noticed that. Hannah just noticed that. Is that you, Margaret? Oh. Okay, one more. Oh, my cave quilt. It's 84 inches square and waiting to be sandwiched after lockdown from Karen. Oh, Karen. So you put it on the bed already then, even though you haven't quilted it or anything. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Does brighten up. That would brighten up any room, wouldn't it? Definitely. Gorgeous. Right, let's carry on then. Now, these are going to be impossible for you to see, but I think we have images on the website with them, because they're all white on white. Now, they're all extra wide backing. These always fly out. Every time we get them in, they absolutely fly out. So should I do it by code, or if you want to tell me a code? Okay, so the first one is JDUI50. Well, except I was putting away yesterday, and I didn't tell you this at the time, and in one of my boxes, 3 of the different kits all had the last same three digits. Okay, that's fine, so I just need to... Okay, so now, as you see, right, it's going to be very dark, but you, on the website, you should have a still with the drawing of... There you go. So that's the actual pattern. You don't get the grey lines on yours. Obviously, they're in white. Well, they're cream on cream, this is. This isn't white, this one. What do we say it is? Oh, it's white. It's not white, it's cream. But that's the overall pattern of the white on white. So this is the real... I'll show you the real thing. No, it's not textured. No, it's not textured at all. Do you know what this would be beautiful for? Okay, you can just see it there, look, you can just see it. I'm thinking now we can, well, when we eventually can go to weddings, things like that, beautiful like wedding tablecloths. Well, I'm saying tablecloths and I'm saying serviettes, but also, well, you don't really want your bridesmaids in cream, do you? But unless you're in a different colour, of course. Extra wide backing though, look, it's, it doesn't say, 108 inches, 108 inches. Elsa says, today is a good day. The sun is shining. I've got a cuppa in hand and Sewing Street is on my TV. Oh, Elsa, that's nice. Oh, look, Margaret says I'd look good in a convolulu shirt. I certainly would. Well, no, the shirt would look nice. I might look awful, but anyway, £12.99 for half a metre. It's lovely, isn't it? Can you see? If I just hold it up like that, you can just see the pattern, kind of very subtle. But these are always incredibly, incredibly popular, these. Okay, I shall move on. So the next number, 42, Paisley. It's a Paisley pattern, 42. Oh, this is gorgeous. Again, no texture to it, 100% cotton. We'll have to have a look at the picture. There, now that's the picture of the actual the design on it. Obviously, you don't get the dark lines in it. Yours looks like that. Can you just see there? Can you just see how you just get the pattern there? Isn't that lovely? You see, I think even a wedding dress made out of this would be exquisite, wouldn't it? Because you can make a lovely fitted bodice, nice, like an Edwardian walking skirt, and it's going to hold its form because of the cotton being so stable. Lovely. That was my hand. Can you see that? Hannah's got a blue and white quilt, apparently. Oh, to show from Karen. Morning, John. Here's my first quilt. I made it last year and gifted it to my niece from Karen in Derbyshire. Oh, yes. So you could use this as the background for that one, couldn't you? Don't always think, because who is it? Victoria Carrington does that, doesn't she? Whenever she does a cream background, it's never plain cream. It's always a patterned cream and things. So yes, if you've got a pattern that says buy 3 meters of white fabric for the background or cream fabric for the background, this would be lovely because it would give you that extra dimension, wouldn't it? You keep looking at that for a second. Yep. I'm just having a slurp. I'm down to 9 a.m. on my water bottle. But I tell you what, mine starts at 7 a.m. Do you fill yours up right up to the top? Oh, no, I only fill... Yeah, but you don't start drinking till 7 a.m. though, do you? Well, you don't. Yeah, that's what I made a coffee and a squash and a... Righty-ho. What did you drink yesterday that was alcoholic? Oh, sorry, you need the number, don't you? You had what? Tequila cocktail. This one is at 35. Look, this is number 35. Let me see if I can get my hand under there so you can see it. We'll just show you the drawing. Cousin Susan says, good morning, everybody. Can you see the pattern on that one? It's not paisley. No, this one's not paisley. There you go. Hang on. There you go. Emma keeps... You know where we have two desks, right? Emma keeps cutting... After the picture, she keeps cutting back to an empty desk. And she's like, oh, where's John? Not, oh, I've pressed the wrong... There you go. Don't worry. When I leave, I'll let you know. I'm not doing a magic trick to leave. Oh, you weren't here for my magic trick when I arrived? Were you, Emma? We didn't tell anybody that was coming back, even the people who work here, right? And then Neil did one of his magic tricks, held a piece of fabric up over like that, which we'd recorded the day before. And then I was behind it. I dropped it. I was just standing behind it. No. What is it with Hannah this morning? She wants me naked. She wants Mark Francis naked. She now thinks I'm going to be naked again. She didn't ask if Neil was naked, did she? Right, okay, now what's this one? This one finishes 59. Oh, this one looks like, is this Fleur de Lis? No. Rose, this one's called. Not rose like rose as in the flowers. There you go, that's the actual pattern on it there, theoretically. Beautiful though, isn't it? $12.99 for half a metre. Can you see there? Were you all right, Emma? It's a very deep sigh. If you want to see any of these, again, just let me know. I've got them here by my side. And then the last one, 30. Oh, okay. What shape is this? I can't see what shape this has got on it. Oh, it's like a dotty squirrel. Have you got that in pencil? Oh, okay. So the pencil. We will show it in a second. There. It's nice, isn't it? Excuse me. $12.99 for half metre, 100% cotton, 108 inches wide. There's the real thing. So if you want to see any of those again, just let me know. Beautiful. Oh, please be careful, because there's loads of each of those going in baskets and we don't know how much. We can't tell you how. When we see it go into a basket, it says John Scott basket. It doesn't say John Scott how many metres in basket. It only comes up telling us how much has gone in when you check out. So we don't know if people are buying half metres or 3 metres or whatever. So please, please, please be careful. Do you want to do some more pictures before I move on? 01. Wendy Orlando. Good morning, Mr. Scott. See, she calls me Mr. Scott in here. Did you count how many times she said John yesterday? You have been upstaged today by the absolute sea of gorgeousness behind you, loving the white fabrics, nice and subtle. What would she know about subtle, eh? But gives a real look of class. Also loving the banter between you and Hannah. There is no banter, we just hate each other. No, we don't. Oh, it seems it's the hate is one way. The hate is just one way from gallery to studio. And we should show a picture. Oh, that's nice. Is that like the light from the window coming in? Look at the quilting on there. That's beautiful. Morning, John. Another of my quilts completed, and I cheat by spending my big quilts to Long Arm Linda. Oh, I'd like to meet Long Arm Linda. She sounds like fun, doesn't she? That's not cheating. That's not cheating, because we all like doing different things. If I made quilts, that's exactly what I would do, Judith. I'd send them out to be done. It is a whole nother skill group, isn't it? Lovely if you can do all the piecing, the making of the sandwich and the binding and the quilting. But everyone has different skills, don't they? That's beautiful. Right, we'll edit some more now. Emma doesn't do the editing. Hannah couldn't do any editing while we were showing the slides of the pictures because it's the same computer that does that on. Oh, the Moda Daybreak quilt. Sold out. Well done. I haven't even shown it yet. Oh, and the sewing machine's going. Now, I'll just show you still very quickly. Only because it's holding the quilt up. I will get it down off the shelf later. Okay, right. Now, 560 is back in stock. We've been told by Eleanor we won't have any other sewing machines before May. They're trying desperately to get the 680 for us, 680 plus, but of course that's £1,099, so it's a different price bracket. This is a gorgeous machine. It's got 100 stitches. It's got your lock stitch, your needle up, needle down, your scissor cutter, you've got your faster, slower, you've got the 100 stitches, you've got a memory cutter. It's a lovely, it comes with a hard case and it comes with an extension table and split pay, £193 over 3 months. And when we do this next time, Hannah hasn't had a chance to do it yet, we'll show you some price comparisons. We will do it in the not in Emma's hour, but the next hour I'm on my own. We'll show you the price comparisons. However, how many did I start with? Right, and? Right. Okay then, so a quarter of the stock of the new stock has gone already. It hasn't been checked out. I'm not saying checked out. A couple have checked out, but the rest are all in baskets. You're obviously waiting to see the price comparisons or just waiting before you check out. And also remember, everybody who buys something today, whether it's a sewing machine, a packet of needles, anything from me on the telly or from the website, your name will go in a hat and tomorrow somebody will win this Creative Grids ruler. Later on today, I will be announcing who's won the Liberty bundle from yesterday. It's over there. Why is there a competition? Because it's International Quilting Day. We still need to see Mark draped underneath guy's quilt. Oh no, there's a situation. There's so many come in. Right, Jill says, morning, John. Oh, what's it saying now? You look super sexy in the photo in Skopelos. Oh, thank you, Jill. Yeah, Jill, it was in 1986. I know. Oh, it made me... I put that up yesterday and then I thought, oh, I'm so depressed now. Well, I was having such a... Life was simple and you'd go to Skopelos and rent a moped and just... I didn't know, Hannah, so I didn't have that complication in my life. You weren't even born in 1986. No, you either, Emma. 1990, 1991, they were... How old was I in 86? 26 I was. On holiday with my friend Milling. I was just thinking as well, right, because people have been mentioning about how short my shorts are. I'm on a moped with my bleached hair and my shorts, right? And then I suddenly, and people going, oh, look how short your shorts are, because they were in the 80s. And then I suddenly thought, I could never put a picture up of me when we were in our swimming trunks, because they were about this big. In 1980s, swimming trunks, literally, I had a bamboo, they weren't made of bamboo, they had a bamboo print on them, right? And the strap at the side there was thinner than my little finger. It was like a string bikini bottom. Oh no, that's what we all wear. Speedos, we all wore Speedos. I know. I'll find a picture for you, Hannah. I'm not going to show it on air. I'm in awe of my fellow fans sending pics of their work. So much talent. Thanks for sharing, as it inspires me too, from Beverly in Norfolk. Doesn't it, Beverly? It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely what people have sent in. Right. 2 more photos. And then we'll do the brand new something or other. Right, here we go. Who's this one from? William Morris fabric made for my daughter from Janice. Oh, that's nice. You don't think of William Morris in black and white. Or is it a black and white photo? Wow, I don't remember William Morris being in black and white. Didn't May Morris do black and white as well? Anyway, it's beautiful. Janice, that's lovely. Jennifer, my first ever quilt, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer, pick an easy one, why don't you? Oh, wow. I love the way, now look at it, now look. You see, it's a star, but it's off-centre. So there's more going above. That's lovely. Now, is it on a washing line or is somebody holding it? Is there a hand or is that a chimney pot from next door? That is... Jennifer, if that's your first one, imagine what your 10th one or your 15th one's going to look like. That's incredible. Thank you. Right, I'm going on to a brand new... Oh, this one. Oh, no, I was acting. Right, here we go. It's called Shine On by Bonnie and Clyde. No, Bonnie and Camille. It's because I'm sitting in a different place because there was so much on the desk. That's why. There you go. I'll just move that out of the way. Yes, they were, Sue, but I'm not allowed to. I can't say that on air. Sue's saying what those swimming trunks were called in those days. Oh, split pay on a quilt. This is lovely. I will open the box in a minute. You get, look. So you get in here, Bonnie and Camille quilt, Moda, Shine On. We've got so many quilt kits today. We can't demo them. I don't think we've never demoed this one, have we? So let me open it. Brand spanking new today. Good luck when you get it. No, there's no sellotape. No, there we go. Right, are you ready? So you're seeing this as we open it. You're seeing this now as we open it now. Ooh, how many of these have I got? Right. Oh, they're already going already. I'm going to have to open it. I'm going to have to open the plastic in it. Right. Oh, there's your box, right? Then you get a thank you letter from Moda. There's your instructions. Now, look, it's like a sampler quilt, isn't it? Because each block is... Oh, no, there's repeats. So that one and that one are the same. Is that churn dash? It looks like a churn dash, almost like a churn dash around the outside, doesn't it? Beautiful. Oh, actually, I can open this. I was thinking I couldn't open it because it was in a sealed bag, but look. Oh, look, there you go. They're called Patch, Star, Fly... Oh, I didn't see the Flying Geese one. Flying Geese, Heart, and Pinwheel. Oh, actually, it's quite... Do you know what? It's actually quite simple. It looked like it was going to be complicated, but it's actually... So if you're a beginner... What does it say on the box? What it is... What grade they say it is? It's 72 by 72 inches. Go show the kit picture. It doesn't say actually on it what it is. Right, okay, let's open this then. Right, you ready? Oh! No, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Look. Oh, I love it. Look at all these fabrics. Are these fat eighths then? Let me just check. Yeah, so these are, well, there you go, they're fat eighths. Fat eighths, Rook. Oh, I love the variety. So it's Moda, isn't it? These are, so you know the quality of the fabrics are going to be good. Right, okay, let's just go through them. Let's have a look here then. Right, so we've got the orange range. I love that floral one there. Oh, look, that one's already got half square triangles printed on it. Then we're going to coral. Then we're going to pink. Oh, that's nice. Red and white flowers. Then that's white on white, like the last one. Very beautiful job. Because you think of Moda, don't you, as more traditional and everything, but these are... Oh, look. Oh, I see. Same patterns in the different colourway. Oh, didn't see that one in orange, did we? Oh, rainbows, stripes. Then we've got the red, all the reds here. Oh, look, these are nice. There's that one in the coral. Look at that one. So you get all of these. Nice. Oh, what's lovely is you'll be able to choose, if you've got a fat eighth of everything, you'll be able to choose where they all go, won't you? Whether you make the hearts in green. Oh, that's nice. Yes, so what it means is you'll all get the same fabric, you'll all get the same pattern, but all the finished quilts will be different. Oh, loving the lemons. Look. Oh, the lemons are my favourite in there. Hang on, I'm not finished because there's more here. Rainbow. Then we've got the white background with the flowers on. Oh, look. Navy background. Hang on. Navy rainbows. Navy squares. Navy stripes. So you've got fat eighths of all of those. Then, this is obviously... Now, is it just the front and the binding, yeah? Pattern fabrics for the quilt top and binding. So that's your background. And it's not just white. Do you remember we were just saying, it's like one of the fabrics we just had. It's like white on white. It's got a pattern on it. But then, now I'm presuming then that this is your border and your binding. They must be your border and your binding. Let me just check. Yep, this is your border. This is your binding. So don't cut into these for the pattern. So when you get it, you save that for your border. You save that for your binding. When it says cut background out, you cut it out of that. And then everything else, so the frames And all the insides are a mix and match. Oh, crikey, single figures already. That's flow now. That's absolutely flow now. It's 72 by 72. It's Moda. I love it. I love that. It's a bit small, that one. Show you. Let me go back to the front of the packet. Let me just put that in shot there. Look, I love this block here. There's a now I didn't mention Friendship Star, did it earlier? So you got heart, you got your flying geese, your Friendship Star, your pinwheel, your patch. Oh no, is that pinwheel? Oh, that's the same, John. Shut up. Oh, I think that's lovely. And then you can arrange it, because you've got a fat eighth of each fabric, you can arrange it exactly as you want. You could ombre it from the lemons through the pinks to the creams. You could do it completely random. Excuse me. The patch ones there, you wouldn't even need to do those, I don't think, all the same colour. You could mix those with some of the others, couldn't you? Like like the flying geese are all different colours. Maybe you can make the patches and the pinwheels different colours as well. That's lovely. You can see where they've seamed the border there. So this one must be a real... This one here must be a real quilt that they've picked, because you know a lot of the time they do a computer generated, but I can actually see the seams where they've done the borders. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? I've got so many quilts coming up today as well. Right, how many have I got left? 10 left, that's all I've got now. 10 of those left. I mean, you might be thinking, well, I want to see what other quilts are coming up today, which is fine. Put it in your basket, but I will warn you, if we get down to like really, really limited, I will tell you. Let me just put those back in there like that. Emma will pack that box. And with the snappies. Emma keeps saying she's got an appointment to go to, but we know full well she hasn't, because, you know, she doesn't have a life, really. You need to do what, Emma? I never said, that was Hannah. I never said I wanted you rather than Paul. That was Hannah said that. Say that again. No, Hannah said this morning she wished little Paul was here and not Emma, and Emma's taken umbrage. But I didn't say it, Hannah said it. I didn't know that had happened, you see. I just happened to say, oh, if little Paul was here, he'd be going about the variegated threads, because he loves a variegated thread. Okay, Clive, there's no picture arrived of Mark underneath a quilt. We only have, the ones that we got in now are Lindsay, Jennifer, Wendy and Carol are the only ones we haven't shown so far. Oh, no, there's even more. There's even more that have been edited, right? But there's nothing arrived from you yet. No, he said he's dressed, don't worry. Right, let's do this. Now, this was from the first day of the birthday, wasn't it, this? I'll show you the box first. Now, I think this is quite limited now, isn't it? This is called Byzantine Boho Love Quilt Kit. There are 3 of these available. It was the Monday of the birthday. It was the day... It was what? Was it... Did we start the birthday on the 1st of March? Oh, I didn't realise that. There's only 3 left, though. There are only 3 left. Let me show you the finished quilt. Let me just move that one out of the way. Right, here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold it all up on my own. I'm going to be like one of those pictures, aren't I? Look! Look, can you see? Can you see it all? It's lovely, isn't it? Oh, look. Got a bit of stat. I thought L-net was supposed to hold your hair in place. Excuse me. Anyway, let's go. There's only 3 of these available, remember. Oh, the fabrics are beautiful. It's quite heavy, I tell you. So again, it's enough for the front and the binding. I can sit back in my normal place now. Right, so I'm presuming this one's already been opened once. No, this one's never been opened before. Oh, I don't want to rip it because there's only 3. Oh. No. I just don't want to rip the box, that's all. So I'm being a bit more gentle than I would be. There you go. Oh, look. Emma, right, remember how this is wrapped, Emma, for when you pack it up later? Oh, how beautifully presented is this? So it's called the Boho Love Quilt, featuring Byzantine Studio KM. There's enough for the front and the binding. Well, hang on, it's got a caveat on here. So there's all your different fabrics, what they're called. So hang on, how big is it? 77 by 77 inches. The blocks are 30 centimetres or 12-inch blocks. Yeah, 196 centimetres there. Beautiful, isn't it? And that's how you make it. Oh, actually, it looks quite simple. Oh, isn't it lovely, though? And then look at the fabrics on here. Oh, I'll just fold them like this so I don't have to unpack it. Look. Oh, that's, I was going to say, that's very Byzantine, isn't it? But that's why it's called Byzantine, obviously. And then inside you've got yellow, you've got the flowers, you've got the other flowers in the pink. And then, let me just turn it up here. Oh, what? Look at all these gorgeous fabrics in here. Can you see in there? I don't want to unpack it because I've only got 3. Can you see there? Look, aren't they just exquisite? Oh, that pink. Oh, that pink's almost the same as the tissue. Now, so these fabrics must be for your background and then your big triangles. I don't know why there's bigger pieces of those. Oh, okay, I'm going to wrap that back up because the one's gone and there are 6 people in baskets for the last 2. So if you did want that, you might get this one, by the way. I do need to warn you. You might get, if you've got the one with the ripped tissue, I apologise. That's my fault. But everything else inside is fine. It's just the tissue that's a bit ripped. Beautiful. They'll go. They'll have gone by the end of today. Let's see some quilts while I just put that one away carefully. There we go. Oh, I love this one. We had one like this yesterday, didn't we? Morning, John, and all at Sewing Street. Remember this quilt by Erica Kaprov? You and Sally Ann Harrison demoed way back in August 2019. I took all of 2020 to complete it, but I'm so pleased with the result. Thank you so much for keeping me inspired and entertained during the year. From Angela in Milton Keynes. Oh, I love... Now, Angela, I've got a story about that quilt. No. When we left Sewing Quarter, Wendy, remember Wendy in charge, who was sometimes on air, and she was in charge of the scheduling department. She said to me, oh, John, this quilt here is the one that the publisher sent. And they said, we can keep it. I would like to gift it to you, right? Which was that one, that one you... Oh, no, it was beautiful. Anyway, so I took it home. And then when I started at Crafters TV, I took it with me. And Sally Ann Harrison messaging going, I think you'll find that's the one I made. Anyway, it is the one that Sally Ann made. So I've got this thing where I should now gift it to Sally Ann, shouldn't I? So I think I'll do that. She won't be watching, so I'll be fine. It's sad because I absolutely adore it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, okay, hang on. There's 2. Oh, hang on. Made by Jane. Oh, look at Jane's slippers. In Norfolk. Now, hang on. That's really unusual, isn't it? So, how's the panda made in the middle? I think it's applique. And then you've got those beautiful... But what I love is you've got the yellow background, which is then in a... You could have just done that in a straight square, but you've done that like jigsaw. That's lovely. Are those... Do you think they're really Janice's feet? Oh, Jane's feet, sorry. Jane's feet. No, it might not be Janice's feet, but Jane's feet. Next one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a white cat in a snowstorm. Here you go. Hi, I made this quilt for my grandma. No, not my grandma. Grandson's 2nd birthday. Lovely to see you this morning. Thanks, Hannah, Emma and John, for a great morning. From Wendy. Oh, in Pot. It's lovely. So is that an elephant? And then, look at a monkey. Giraffe. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, I bet he loves that one. And then Christine. Oh, that's a log cabin that Christine's done. But what's she got? Are the elephants in the middle? Oh, that's lovely. Chrissy. Sorry, not Christine. Chrissy. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, has she got hers held up with those quilt holders that we used to sell? Okay. Lovely. Well done, Chrissy. They're so many beautiful quilts, aren't there? So many beautiful quilts. Right. What time is it? Oh. So I do this last quilt kit here then. I'll do this last quilt kit. Right. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what to do. We have got these bundles, these fabrics, right? They're not extra wide. They're just fabrics which we put together in bundles, which would be big enough to patch to make the back of a quilt. Hannah will put all of those through in the break so that if you want those, then you can have those sort of thing. But they're not extra wide. Oh, there they all are. Sorry, they're all. So you've got the pink psychedelic, you've got the green triangles, you've got the little lavender florals there, you've got the yellow and brown, and then you've got the blue. Beautiful, that blue one. Right, okay, last but not least, we've got this quilt kit here. Now, Wendy Orlando, what date did she do this on? Oh, we'll put the graph. Sorry, I'm being a bit ahead. There it is. That's the finish. She only made one. Remember, they're huge. Oh, wait. Stay there. Come on. There you go. Split pay. I was playing for time, Hannah. Pay for time. £65.99 over 3 payments. It was demoed on 27th of February. 27th of February, when Orlando did it. Right. What it is, I'm not going to open this because I bet we've only got a couple left, haven't we? Oh, only a couple. Only a couple of these left. Right. These are all fat 8s in here, aren't they? They're all fat 8s. These are all fat quarters. Now, in the pattern, it will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the pattern, it will say you need 9 fat quarters. Do not panic, because your 9th fat quarter is included in this piece of fabric here. You see, so therefore, so basically, you've got your stars in the middle, then you've got your half square triangles and blocks all the way around. That's your background. Again, it's cream on cream. It's not just a plain cream. And then this one here will be your binding as well. But the fat 8 that goes, the fat quarter, sorry, that goes with that, the 9th fat quarter is out of that. And then there's your pattern. And then you get, oh, and there's quite a few of these left over, I seem to remember. If you remember, because Wendy didn't use any of the green ones, did she, in hers? Because the what? Yeah, she selected which one she wanted, and she didn't put the greens in. Oh, no, I tell you what it was. She didn't want to open that, so she made all of hers out, because she was only doing one block, wasn't she? So instead of dipping into there, she made hers out of all of those colours. She didn't dip into the greens, but you will have some left over. The boho heart quilt is now sold out. More than half the Bonnie and Camille have been checked out, but there's lots of those in baskets. And then the other one, sold out. Daybreak sold out. All of the Cafe extra wide backing sold out. Early bird sold out. Single figures on the machines now. Okay, there are some of the white on white extra wides, but and the most popular pattern of the white on white is the paisley. Right, I'm going to go for a break. Crikey. That hour went quickly, didn't it? Hannah just said, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Together, John, together. I want to be together. They won't remember that advert. Right, okay, so Emma Bradford is up next. Oh, now, in the next hour, Emma's doing a demo on this quilt. She's also doing a demo on that quilt. If you look carefully, it's exactly the same pattern. One is done with Moda fabrics, one is done with Free Spirit, right? This one, the blue one, what we're saying is it's quite a simple pattern, but this one here needs a bit more, not thought, but there's fussy cutting and all sorts of directional cutting, whereas the green one you can just cut and go, whereas this one you have to think a bit more about this one. But now we're going to talk through both of them. Emma's going to demonstrate something from both of them, and also people are already buying them they're already going on pre-order, so please be careful. I've got a nice stock of them both, but I already people have been commenting. Be interesting to know which one your favourite is. Right, in the next hour, we won't necessarily be showing any of your pictures because Emma will be demonstrating, and we'll edit more together for the following hour, but we still haven't got Clive's. Clive still hasn't arrived. I wonder where he sent it. I'll go and look at my phone. I bet he sent it to me. Anyway, I'll see you in 3 or 4 minutes from now.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 PM every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 PM to 1 PM. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us.
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter, but I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show!
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters, and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
It's International Quilting Day. I wonder what you say to people. Happy International Quilting Day, I suppose. Now, remember, there's a competition. All you have to do, you don't have to fill in a code, you don't have to answer a question, you don't have to do anything like that. All you have to do is buy something between midnight last night and midnight tonight. And tomorrow, Vix will announce who's won this ruler. That's all you have to do is buy something. And it could be from me, it can be from the website, it can be a sewing machine, it can be a pack of needles, it can be anything. Hang on, just get my hair. My hair's gone a bit weird. I can't wait to get my hair cut. Oh, it's driving me mad. And then later today, obviously, we will announce who has won the bundle of Liberty fabrics from yesterday's shoppers. Also, remember, please, we won't show any this hour because it's a demo hour and we don't want to disturb the demo, but please send in pictures of quilts that you've made. Hannah will start editing them through during this hour, so she won't be listening to what Emma's got to say, but she'll do that. But we'll show them in the next hour. Oh, actually, only the next hour we can show them in, actually. So get them in. And there are too many already, but if you keep showing them in, we'll get us through as many as we can do. But please don't be offended if we don't show yours. We do appreciate it greatly. Right, oh, another sewing machine's gone. Remember the 560? Is back in stock. There it is. Now, we will not be getting any more Elners till at least May. We are trying to get the 680 plus back in, but there's no guarantee. But again, the 680 plus is a different, it's £1,099, isn't it? So it's twice the price, right? £193 split pay, no interest charge whatsoever. There are 100 stitches on there. You've got your lock stitch, your needle up, needle down. You've got your start stop button if you don't want to use the pedal. I said 100 stitches, and you've got your thread cutter, and you've got your memory thread cutter as well. And in the next hour, I'll show you some price comparisons for that machine because you won't believe how much other people. Well, I'm not going to say, but we've got fantastic. Right, okay, now I've got 2 quilts to show you this hour. I'm gonna show you the kits to buy because they're already going, and then Emma's going to do a bit of a demonstration on the green one and a bit of a demonstration on the Kaleidoscope one, but I want to show you the bundles first. So this is Greenery. Now, they're both the same pattern, and I don't know, they haven't put the name, they've put the person who's designed the fabric, they haven't put the name of the person who designed the pattern on it, but they're both the same pattern, but this is the green version. This one's from Moda, as you can see. Oh, sorry, I'll wait for the box to come back. This one's from Moda, right? Their Moda Fabric Basic Grunge hits the spot with Bella Solids. It's 147 by 147, so they're exactly the same size. You get 5 fabrics. In fact, do you know what? They're from different companies, but the printing is identical as well, look. 5 fabrics of 100 cotton from Free Spirit or from Moda. 7 meters of fabric in total and complete instructions. Contents may vary. Made with love in the Netherlands. Yeah, right, I'm going to show you now. Yeah, no, your contents won't vary. It's only if they suddenly sold out and they had to remake the kit. And like Cave does it, doesn't he, occasionally? Now, I just practiced this in the break and it opened. Right, how much is it? Pardon me. I made something called farinatas last night for my tea. And it's really weird. So all it is chickpea flour, water and salt, and you make the batter the day before and you put it in your fridge. And then when you come to make it, so for the topping, you cut up courgettes, tomatoes, onions, and then later on you put capers and basil in it. You put that in the oven for half an hour. And then the farinata, what you do is you get a baking tin, you put it on the top of the cooker with a little bit of olive oil in, get it really, really, really hot. Then you pour your batter in, and then you put it in the oven for 20 minutes, right? And I couldn't kept, 15 minutes. And I couldn't kept thinking, is it done? Anyway, I got it out. And it was done around the edges, but it wasn't done in the middle. So I ate what like schoolboy glue, didn't I, for my tea last night. It's very delicious. It was very delicious. But anyway, oh, look. So I've just opened this box. This is what will happen to you when you get home. Look, split pay. 2 payments of $59.99, because that's new. That came in at the birthday, didn't it? The 2 payment one. So you pay $59.99 today with your post and packaging, and then next month you pay $59.99 and it's done. $109. You don't have to take that. You can pay for it all in one go if you want to. $119.99, but there's no interest charge. All we've done is half, 2 half payments sort of thing. Right. So here's your instructions. There's your fabrics. Here's your instructions. There's your placement. There's your borders. There's your binding and everything like that. Cornerstones and everything. So you even got your templates in there. So that and that join together, obviously, to make one template. So that makes the large triangle. Yes, so now that means once you've made this kit, if you then love it and think, oh, do you know what, I want one for the pink room, you could do one in your own pink fabrics. So you need 5 fabrics, and it's over 7 meters of fabric in total. So let's just go through them. I don't know if there's any ribbon in this one. Oh, I was being so careful. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, if you get this one, I've touched it, so I do apologise. What I'll do is I'll get Emma to put different tissue paper around it when she's packing it up there. Here we go. Oh, I know this fabric. It's gorgeous. Isn't that funny? I didn't see it on the quilt. Isn't that weird? Isn't it strange when you see a finished quilt, you don't always see. So, you get the lovely greens in here, the solid greens. Now, the grunge fabric is the one, look, it's the one, because they did a red one, this one here. We had a quilt with that one in red, didn't we? It was at Sewing Quarter, actually. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? How funny, right? And then you've got the, oh, look. So there's all your fabrics. So you've got 5 different fabrics. Now, obviously, you've got different amounts of each fabric. So it must tell you in here what you use for each one. Oh, yeah, there you go, look. So you've got your key lime, 2.97 metres. You've got your grass, 1.83 metres, or yards, whichever way around you want to do it. Your celery, we had that yesterday, didn't we, celery? Celery there. Then you've got grunge, everglade, and you've got grunge hits the spot. So it tells you what they all are and where you use them, because you're using A, B, and C. So I'm sure Em will talk about that when we do it. So it tells you what you... So that's brilliant, because in the future, if you can do a pink one, you know that you need to buy 3 metres of that one, 1 metre... You know what I mean? It's just fantastic. So it's reusable over and over again. So that's your green one there that we're going to be demonstrating first of all. That's lovely, isn't it? I won't fold up because I'm sure I'll show it to you again before the end. Now, have I got the same quantities of each? We'll just double check. Oh, okay, yes, equal amounts of each, basically, right? So that's your green one. That's called Greenery, and that's using Moda fabric. Now, it's everything for the front and the binding, remember. It's not the back, but then you expect that, don't you? This is, well, if you think about it, that's how nearly every quilt kit you buy is like that, isn't it? It's just the front and the bind. It's very rare. Kate occasionally does backing, but we've had amazing price backings. Yeah, I can open them. Look, there they are. Right. You see again, half the stock of this one's gone. The fabric of this one is called Chrysalis by Stephen Wilson. No mention of who's designed the pattern. That's very odd, isn't it? Because normally, now in this one you've got Lek, Crypsis, this sounds like when I go to the doctors, Diapause Large, Lepidoptera, and Bella Solids in sea glass. Oh, these are going to be gorgeous, I just know. Right, let's just get this one out. Oh, look. Isn't it strange when you see it? So, there we go. So, what we got in here, I'll just show you very quickly. Half the stock of this was checked out before the show even started. So, that one there is your sea glass in your solid. That one there is your Crypsis in cerulean. Now, I'll tell you what cerulean is. If you watch Devil Wears Prada, there's a scene where she's got, and Meryl says to her, I suppose you thought you just bought a blue jumper. When cerulean, we put cerulean on the map, and did a whole story about cerulean there. Then this one here is, this one's your Lepidoptera. I wonder if that means butterfly collector. Oh, look. That's beautiful, isn't it? Then this one here is your Lek. That one's called Lek. Wasn't the leader of Poland, wasn't he called Lek a few years ago? Lech Walesa. And then this one here is called Crypsis. Oh, no, hang on. I've said Crypsis once, haven't I? No, this isn't Crypsis. This is Diapause Large in magenta. Look, isn't it beautiful? Oh, now, I didn't see that in the background. It looks like the fabric's been creased. It hasn't, it's just in the print. Beautiful, isn't it? So, they started off with equal amounts. Remember, half of this one checked out before we even got to the show. So that's how popular both these kits are. Right. Oh, you're right over there, Emma Bradford. Oh, people will pay extra for a kit I've touched. No, sadly, it doesn't work like that, Claire. And you says morning, overslept. Right, okay then. So you're going. Hello, welcome, by the way, first of all. Mikey's here as well. He's
Yes,
staying.
yeah.
He's the assistant today. He's been, kind of standing in the corner, being shouted at all day. Mikey is. Now, is he your husband or is he just your fancy man?
No, he's my husband.
No. She's
Yeah,
gone,
I've
"No,
taken him
he's
on.
not." He's adorable. He's absolutely lovely. If you watch Emma's Facebook Lives on a Friday night, he's the voice you can hear going, oh, Marie's watching, John's watching, and reading out all the messages while Emma gets on with the sewing and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to see you.
Likewise.
Nice frock.
Thank you.
One of your new ones. Is that a new one?
Yeah, recently. Yeah.
She loves to make a frock every now and then, just throw a frock together. How's your, because I watched one of your Facebook Lives where you're making like a coat out of
yes, patchwork. My patchwork quote. Yes, it's coming along. I've got one front panel done. I'm halfway through doing the second front panel. What's taken the long time is that I'm making it reversible.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, and one side is all hand pieced hexes. So
Emma's so jealous because she wants to buy one, so she went to look for them for sale, made, and they're so expensive. But then if you think of the work that's gone into it, they're bound to be, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So you're now going to start showing us different techniques from each quilt. Now,
Yes.
I didn't realise until we started opening the boxes
the
in
same
prep, they're
pattern.
exactly the same
Yeah.
pattern, aren't they? Strange that the pattern maker has the paper
Yeah, pattern
hasn't,
maker.
because normally you get a credit,
Credit,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
And also strange that one is Moda and one is Free Spirit, but that doesn't matter because they're both
no,
gorgeous.
they are gorgeous.
So what are you going to show us?
I'm going to start with happy quilting, happy.
Oh yeah, Happy International Quilting
Quilting
Day, yeah.
I'm going to start with some basics. Cutting widths of fabric. Basically, cutting your strips widths of fabric.
Right, this is the green, obviously the green.
This is the green one
yeah.
that I'm demonstrating. And actually the green one, me and Michael saw on the telly, the background looks quite neon green on the telly, but it's a lot more subtle.
That could be
in
the
real
cheap
life.
telly in your dressing room.
That could be, yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing neon. The
No.
brightest is that one there, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
the middle, not the.
Yeah.
Right.
So
what are you going to show us? Sorry.
I'm going to show cutting strips widths of fabric and how to get your fabric ready for that, basically, and how to fold it. So you take your selvage edges and you hold your fabric up with your selvage edges together. Now, often when you cut the fabric off the bolt, because of the way it's round on the bolt, your cut edges aren't always going to line up perfectly. So if you do it like this, hold up your selvage edges, make sure they're all aligned, and then have a look at the bottom. So at the bottom, this one is a little bit, you can't really see it very well, but it's a little bit, or you can at the top. See how I've laid it down? If I bring this to the middle, I've laid it down, but you can see my top is no longer aligned.
Yes.
So I need to move it a little bit. And you just move your selvage edges against each other a little bit until your fabric is laying completely straight. There's no sort of curve in the bottom. No
Also,
wrinkles.
this isn't just for quilting. This is for dressmaking as well. Because when you cut out dressmaking, if it's not quite on the grain, one of your pieces isn't going to hang properly, is it?
Yeah. There we go. So you can see that's now straight, but you can see how.
At the top, it's a good couple of inches out then, isn't it?
Yeah. So where it's been cut, you can see it's a little bit off.
Yeah.
And it's just the way that it's wound on the bolt.
And
it's
also
naturally.
where the fold is, the fold isn't where the halfway mark is because of the way it's been folded onto the bolt. Because you often think, don't you, well, that's where it's been folded, that must be...
middle, but it's not always. Sometimes I get, because I do get them off the bolt, there's a good inch or so difference between one side and the other. So your middle crease is not centered at all.
Yeah.
The reason to get it nicely lined up is that when you do cut your strips, because I'm folding it into quarters basically, if your fabric isn't lined up and you cut your strips out, you could find you'll end up with a zigzagged strip, which isn't great.
Okay, we've got an issue with your necklace knocking your microphone, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. Okay.
What would you like to do, Hannah? Oh, Emma? It's quite high up there already.
Move it a bit higher.
Move it a little bit higher. See that happens. If the worst comes to worst, we might have to take your mic, not your mic off.
Okay.
Take your dress off. No, take your necklace off. But try it higher and see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So now that I've got it all folded and straight, I'm going to line up one of the folds, either the bottom or the top. I'm going to do the bottom because I can see it better.
Yeah.
Against one of the lines on my cutting mat. And then I make sure that this edge, because it's not quite aligned.
All four of them are off at the top now, aren't they?
They
so
are.
yes.
So I'm just going to move that over so that all of my raw edges are just across one of the lines on the mat, so I don't waste too much.
Yeah, and also because one of the ones underneath could be further
in, yes, which
than
is
you
what
think.
this
And
is.
if you then slice it and you miss one of the ones inside,
Yes.
you've then got to redo the whole thing and waste more than you wanted to.
Yep. So I'm going to cut that off to make a nice clean cut, and it's always good to check, like you said. I always check my strip to make sure I've got all of the raw edges off.
Yeah.
So if I open that up,
Oh.
I sharpened it as well.
I was going to say you changed your blade because last time I watched you on your Facebook Live, you were cutting it.
No, I sharpened it and it was doing really well. So
Oh,
yeah, so that's a good full strip. So everything, all the raw edges are off.
But you can see how it goes. At one end, it's really wide, then it gets narrow and then
narrow.
widens out again. So it just shows that the edge wasn't completely straight.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right, and so it doesn't say on the first instruction. So there's a couple of ways of cutting your fabric. So you can do it all widths of fabric strips and then subcut them. The first instruction on the first thing it says on the instructions is to cut small triangles, which is your templates in the back.
Right.
Now you can do it all using the templates, but I find if you're used to using ruler and rotary cutter and mat, doing it that way, it's just easier to just use that and not use the template.
Are the two instructions exactly the same, just coloured in differently? Does the first thing say on yours, cut out and tape together the pieces of the large triangle template?
Yes.
So it's exactly the same method for both of them, just that this one's been coloured in the kaleidoscope colours and yours has been coloured in the green colours.
Yep.
So if you buy either of them, but all the demonstrations are going to be, we're not just doing the green one, all the demonstrations are for both quilts.
Yeah, they'll work for both. This is just, I'm just doing this for the colourway. So I'm going to cut, the first one is you need to cut squares, or strips rather, 6 7/8.
Right.
So I'm just going to round up to 7, and then I can always trim them down later.
Oh, okay.
Just for ease. There we go. And I also need, for this one, large triangles, because I'm going to make flying geese. So there's 2 units in the whole, both quilts. You've got your half square triangles, and then your flying geese units.
Okay.
And for this dark green, you need some of both.
So did you use the templates or not? Did you do them
I
Emma styly?
No, I used the templates insofar as I did measure the templates, and I did worked out, what size they needed to be, because oddly it does say later on in the pattern just to cut it the way I'm doing it. It's just the first instruction, it says cut triangles, and then you just assume you just use the templates to do it.
Right.
But then later on, it doesn't even say anything about templates.
Oh, okay.
It just says how to do it this way. So if you read
because they're all going to be the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might be worth just having a cup of coffee, cup of tea, reading through the instructions first, and then tackling it.
Okay. Or like Hannah last night with her cocktails.
Let's see, and it's a bit intermixed as well. So 13 1/4 is the size I need to do next. Oops. Okay.
They're quite big pieces you're cutting then, aren't they?
They are. So this is going to be for the flying geese ones, but then you're going to cut them diagonally twice to make those triangles.
Right.
Yeah. And what I did like is that the blocks themselves, the units, are quite big.
Yes, I was
so
going
it
to
goes
say,
together.
there's nothing tiny on well, they're the same, aren't they? There's nothing tiny on them, so it's actually quite good to. Oh, I just realised now why we're calling the Kaleidoscope one different, because there's this one you just cut it as you would, whereas you are going to have to concentrate on where you cut those out.
Yes,
we are going to be doing a demo on
that
that one as well later on in the hour, don't we?
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that aside for now. So for the flying geese triangles, smooth that. I'm just going to cut a square, 13 1/4.
Right.
And then you subcut that diagonally. So normally very often you do flying geese with one rectangle and 2 squares.
Yes.
This one is actually with 3 triangles.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Was there plenty of fabric?
There was, and actually I'll show you from the second one. Even though I fussy cut it, there's a lot left over.
Oh, okay. So
just about,
don't be frightened if you make a mistake. There will
No.
be.
there will be lots left.
Yeah.
Wiggle room. But if you've never quilted before, that green one is perfect.
Yeah.
And actually that's Mikey's. The green one is Mikey's favourite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Susan says it's so lovely to see Emma.
Oh,
And then Jackie says, love watching Emma. She's always so informative.
oh. Thank you. I try. Although last night, if you watched to the end, it did.
What, on your Facebook Live did
yeah,
go wrong?
Yeah, it did. I did the maths wrong, but I'll update it. I was half an inch short.
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just double checking
Yeah.
before I cut it.
Measure twice.
There we go. And then these are just. And if you've got a ruler that has the 45-degree angle, that helps to line things up.
Uh-huh.
But you do need a long one for this. Well, actually, that is. It's a fluke, but I don't know if you can see. I've actually lined it up perfectly on the diagonal
Yes.
on the cutting mat.
Oh.
Of course, I meant to do that.
Yeah, of course you meant to do that. Yeah.
Now this part, it's easier to turn the mat
Yeah.
than to turn your pieces. You just want to make sure everything is just. I've just stacked everything up.
So you're cutting it
Haven't
into
touched
4
Big triangles.
big triangles.
Yeah.
Diagonal versus and diagonal.
Yeah. So you're going to have, and this is, if you're not sure, if you're a bit uncertain, I'll do 1 square at a time. I'm doing 2 squares here.
Right.
On top of the other. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Those are going to be your flying geese. Just like that.
Okay.
Now you're going to have, like I said, half square triangles, which look like that.
Right, that's them finished.
That's them finished.
Right.
I've done these in 2 different ways. All of these, they all come up the same size, but where's my, here we go.
Laurie says, morning, John. Lovely to see Emma and the lovely quilt. Say hi to Mikey as well, please. That's from Laurie.
Oh, hi, Laurie. So I've taken my squares. So you cut squares from this, which I will show because I want to show you a little trick with this.
Okay.
And you can either cut them in half like that, or draw a line down the middle
Right.
and sew either side.
Oh, okay. So which one? How do they say in the pattern to do it? They say cut the triangles
Yes.
first, but you're cutting on a sewing on a. Is that a bias now?
It is.
So if you want it to be more stable, cut the square out the way they tell you to cut the square out.
So-
Don't cut it.
Yes.
Sew either side of the line that they say down the middle, and then cut
cut
it
it.
because that's
Yes.
going to stay more stable, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've got these. I've got my second fabric underneath already set, and I cut my 2 fabrics out together so that it's all matched up already.
Yeah.
Rather than just cutting one out.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah,
show you.
because they're quite big.
They are.
The tendency, you could easily stretch them.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing one that's that big, the tendency to stretch it isn't that much. But if you've got like
Quite a lot.
8 inches, 7 inches there to stitch,
Yes.
you're going to pull and you could get that.
A bit wavy,
Yeah,
yes. So one way that I did set all that up to make it a little bit easier, and you'll have to see how many units you need of each.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit, it's just my quick and easy trick. So I've got 1 strip of this. I need some half square triangles. Oh, it's behind you.
Yeah.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 8?
Lots.
Yeah. And I've got a strip of this, which is my background.
Crazy Lorraine says, great to see you, Emma.
Oh, hi, Lorraine.
Okay, so now is this another method of doing half square triangles? Or have we moved
Kind
on
of.
something else?
No, this is kind of another method. Just an easy trick to save time a little bit.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I've got my strips that I'm going to make my squares into. One of each colour that I need, and I'm just lining them up on top of each other. And I do this a lot for all sorts of different size strips. But I need a lot of, especially half square triangles, you need a background and one of a colour. It's easy just to cut them all out together at the same time.
Oh, okay. So you're still cutting the strips to the width that they tell you in the pattern.
Yes.
You haven't added another dimension to it.
No.
You're still cutting. So you've cut the strip, and before you subcut it, you've left it as a strip, and you haven't subcut it.
Yeah. So this is going a little bit off piece from the pattern as far as.
Well, no,
just
but it's
this
good to see
technique.
different techniques. Yeah.
I'm just ironing together because I find if you just press them together a little bit, it helps them to stick together and stay where they need to be. They don't shift as much. There we go. So that will work. Put that there. So I'm just going to line it up against one of the lines on the mat. Now I don't tend to use the lines on the mat for cutting. I tend to rely on the lines on my ruler to measure more, unless it's something quite big, which the big squares obviously you have to. So let's see. That's one. There we go. Two. So that's my square set up. I need to trim the edge of that one off. So in the instructions, what it would tell you is to cut it in half, just like this.
Right.
And then you've got two, they're all ready to sew. There we go. Pins. Just pin them together, just to keep them together. So there's my background, and there's my dark, all ready to sew, all ready to go. And then this one, I finished cutting that.
The Kaleidoscope one is now down to single figures, just so you know.
It's nice. I will show you how to cut that one,
Yeah.
for sure.
Single figures of the Kaleidoscope one. There are 25 of the green ones.
Oh no.
Yeah, get rid of me completely, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
Are there any markers?
What kind of marker do you need?
Any kind of marker.
Look underneath, there might be one under, if you look underneath the quilt, there's a thing on the wall, there might be some markers in there. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Hannah's got her new system.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new shelving
I
system?
did, I noticed it in the green room as well.
Yeah, but this one here, the one in the green room is Kat, the one in here is Hannah.
Oh.
What? You did the green room one? Well, how come we couldn't find anything this morning? Right, now pass the box, but don't touch the box. You mustn't touch the box.
No,
right?
that's
You
fine.
can just dip in your hand in and go in
Okay.
there.
Thank you, thank you.
Only because we have to be really careful with the...
Oh, that one's not open.
No, open it, it's fine. You're
Oh,
allowed to
sure?
open anything
Oh,
in
okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're trying to just be as uber careful. Because I think a lot of people, no, this isn't meant as rude to anyone else, but I think people think, oh, it's over now.
Yeah.
But then on the news last night, they said France and Italy are going
Yes,
back
I
into
saw
another
that this
lockdown.
morning.
I told Hannah this morning she's gone into meltdown because she didn't hear the news. And she was like, I don't want another lockdown. And so it's really important that we all still do the sanitizer, and I cleaned your table before you came in and things, so it's very important to think still.
Yeah, we've been wearing our masks.
Have you had a jab yet?
I haven't, I'm still too young.
Oh, sorry. Has Mikey had his? He must have had his.
No, not yet.
No?
No. My brother's had his.
Right.
But we're, should be soon. There we go.
I had mine ages ago. Right, okay, what we use, just using the marker to just mark the halfway point. Then,
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so we'll sew all these together.
Yeah.
You can see. Actually, I'll do these. So I've got my 1/4 inch foot on.
Right.
And these you would just sew as normal,
Yeah.
basically, but I'll just do one.
You see, the thing I don't like about sewing that together is when you've already cut the triangles, the piece that you're starting off with, if it's going to be swallowed, even no matter what machine you've got, no matter how posh your machine is, there's always the chance when you're doing two corners together. You're doing what I would do, holding threads out to the back and everything, try and pull it through. But that if it's going to chew into the machine, that's when it's going to do it, isn't it?
I just remembered.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
0.6.
Thank you. That's what I
for
thought.
do you want your quarter inch? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. Let's go back. I have to undo that bit. There we go. It's been a while since I used this old friend.
Oh. Yeah, we got some back in stock, and they like all went in one afternoon, one day. They all just sold in one day.
So that's the doing it regular way.
Okay, and that's the way the pattern says to do it.
It does.
Right?
Then this one. So I'm going to keep my 1/4 inch foot on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run the edge of my 1/4 inch foot directly down that line in the middle.
Right. So the square is exactly the same as the square that you cut into half. There's no difference between, so nobody at home has to worry about adding anything extra on. It's exactly the same size as you would have cut it for the square to cut in half from the thing.
Yeah.
Jackie says she loves her 680. I know. Oh. I've got the 680 as well. Do you need scissors?
Yeah, there's some here.
You got some there?
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you got pink inches. The scissors behind the quilt again on the wall if you need some.
I'll grab some. There we go. So you can see this one. So it's got a little bit caught in there where I sewed it before moving the needle, so I just need to unpick that.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of stitches. And then this one, you can do it with scissors. It's what I did actually. Just, you don't have to get up again then. Or you can just run your cut straight onto that line in the middle. And then you've got 2 done.
Yes, you get two done much quicker that way, don't you? Margaret says, good morning from a beautifully sunny West Yorkshire in Heckmungudawake. And Derek says, yay, I've sussed the threader on the 680. Took ages, but I've done it now.
Nice, yes. It just takes a little bit of getting used to,
Yes.
but once it clicks, it clicks.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's those.
Okay.
Let's see how we're doing for time. Okay.
Oh, thank you. We can go a little bit over, it's fine, don't we?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then a flying geese unit. Flying geese unit is, like I said, there's no quick way really.
So do you have to do the flying geese one the way they've said?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would, for your background, you'd need to cut some of these background squares, just as squares and then as triangles. So without the layering up with any other colours, just on its own.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you don't need any other colour, do you?
No. So I've got those here. And the way that I did these, because it's going to overlap at the top, I line these up at the bottom. So the triangle at the bottom is where you need to line everything up.
Right.
So if I show it the other way, so you can see it's lined up there, but it's going to stick out at the top there.
Maureen's just written, I love Emma's.
Oh.
More than one of you. Love Emma's.
Bless you. There's a lot of us. God bless us.
Oh, crikey. So we've got you, Emma. We've got Emma, director now. And I never knew this. Hannah's middle name is Emma.
Oh. Well, my nan was Emma.
Oh.
My daughter's boyfriend's sister is Emma.
Daughter's boyfriend, sister, yeah.
Yeah.
Maureen says, I love Emma's calm demo.
Oh, thank you. Now, for these flying geese, you have to press them out before you do the next side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't just go ahead and do this
Oh,
side because
right,
it
okay.
will
Yeah.
catch at the top.
Okay, and which way do you press the seams? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Right.
This is quite dark, so you might want to press it that way.
Yeah.
With flying geese, they tend to naturally want to go towards a smaller triangle, and I don't tend to fight it.
Yeah.
So the less you can fight with those, pressing those seams, the better. There you go. Let's just same on your side, line up at the bottom.
And this will overlap, will it, at the top?
It will overlap. So there will be some trimming to do. You'll have some dog ears to take care of. There we go.
What colour would you say, if you were saying this at home, if you were making this at home, what colour would you use?
Anything neutral, to be honest with you. Greys, beiges. I don't tend to use a lot of pure white.
No.
Because you'd be surprised how much it actually shows against
So even though
colours.
the whole quilt was green, you've got
Yeah.
all sorts of shades of green, you'd use a cream or a grey or something like that.
Yeah, something that will just blend and you don't really notice it. I have to admit, I tend to use a lot of the leftovers of, so when I do the long arm quilting, very often you get a bobbin left of that colour.
Right, yes, of course.
So I reuse
And the bobbin on a long arm quilt is much bigger, isn't it? So you can use.
It's slightly bigger. It's not.
me.
It's not hugely different. To
Oh,
be honest
okay.
with you. So
Okay.
it's probably about that big,
Yeah.
a little bit thicker.
But you use
you'd
it
be surprised.
as your main thread then, do you?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it just makes it nice. You don't have to waste anything, and I piece everything with Orifil. So
Of
it's a little
course,
bit-
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've made flying geese and you've
half
made
square
half square triangles.
Now the last one that you need to do is the very centre,
Right.
which is your square.
Yeah. We will be moving on to the Kaleidoscope one in
Yeah.
a minute, but it's exactly the same instructions for both of
Yeah.
them. So whatever Emma's doing, I do apologise, I have to have a slurp and water a minute.
Yeah.
Whatever Emma's doing here on the green one, you will be doing on the Kaleidoscope one as well. But there's different cutting techniques on the Kaleidoscope one, which
Yes.
we're going to get to in a minute. Right, cut me out of the picture so I can have a drink of water. Thank you.
So for the centre square, what I do is I fold my centre square one of the sides in half and put a little press to get the middle. And I do the same with the triangle so that you can line up. That's really the only trick to sewing these together.
Yeah.
Just so that it's centred. Because the triangle's going to overlap on either side. If you do that, then you know that you've got it bang where it needs to be.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, so I don't need to sew that.
No.
I just wanted to show that.
Perfect.
And then obviously you repeat that on all four sides to get your centre square.
Okay, while you get ready for the
Yep.
Kaleidoscope one, I'll just go through the kit of the green one
Fab.
again. It's called Greenery. Now, the pattern for both of these are identical, just different fabrics. This is a Moda fabric, this one here. And in the pattern, it tells you how much of each fabric you get here. So there are 5 different fabrics and different yardage and everything. So this is all the fabric that you get. It's all from, this is from the grunge range. It's beautiful, isn't it? So you get that green, then you get your celery. I absolutely love that one there. Then you've got your spot grunge, and then you've got your solid colour in that one as well. Just 5 different colours of green. You get all the fabric you need for the top and the binding, plus the instructions, which you can then keep and do it. If you want to do a pink one, you can do it. You can do whatever colour you want. You can do a multicoloured one in the future, whatever. In fact, you could do it as rainbow, couldn't you? You could start off with red in the middle, red, orange, yellow, green, and keep one of the colours, like navy blue, as your background colour, and then you could just do different colours radiating out from the middle. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because you've got the pattern there, and if you want to use templates, you've also got templates for the 2 triangle sizes that you need in there. So that one there is your Greenery Moda range. That makes that one. we're now moving on. Oh, sorry, how many have got left, sorry? Oh, right, fewer than 20 of those left now. We're now moving on to the Kaleidoscope one, which is very, very, very popular. And this is, Emma's going to show you how, because this one needs to be cut slightly differently. But I'll just show you what you get in the kit. So you get the blue, you get the striped butterfly one. You get that beautiful overall big butterfly. Then this is another butterfly striped one with a wider stripe. And then you get a magenta butterfly one in this as well. Again, it tells you in the pattern how much you get of each one and where each one has to go. Now, please don't swap them around because you've got, you've actually got more fabric than you need, but they've kind of proportioned it to where it's going in the thing. So there wouldn't be enough of, say, the big butterfly to do what the smaller butterfly is meant to do. But anyway, so this one, and how many of these have got left? 8 of these, that's all I've got left of these, and that will make this one. The finished size is 58 by 58 inches, and it's enough to do the whole of the front and the binding, including those borders and those cornerstones. Right, off you go, Emma.
So first off, so I've got everything cut for my top. My top is like 99% done.
Right.
These are my borders.
Right.
And my borders. The only thing I haven't cut is a sashing.
Right.
But look at everything that's left.
Oh, wow. You see,
This
we were
is-
saying that's very unusual because in these kits,
Yeah.
they normally cut it to, you have a couple of inches left over.
Yeah.
But, so you get
So you get
all of that left over of the big
left over.
butterfly fabric. So you
Yes.
can make cushions or anything to go with it if you
can
wanted
do
to. couldn't
anything to go with it. So yeah, so you can see
Beautiful.
this it still needs, yeah. So this
Yeah.
is the border fabric, the background fabric rather. Now,
Right. So what do we need to watch out for on this one?
2 things. Let me start with this one first and then we'll talk about that one. So from this blue cerulean fabric, you need to cut the borders, the binding and the centre square.
Right.
Now, I did my centre square first, thinking, oh, I'll just cut a 9-inch centre square.
Right.
But can you see what's wrong with this
Yeah.
one? Yeah. So this one, if I were to put, it has to go on point. So if I were to put it in here, my
Stripes.
my stripes, my butterflies are going to be at an angle rather than going the same way as all
As
the
rest
other
of
ones.
the quilt. Just put it up. What would it look like? Oh no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't work.
It
No.
wouldn't, because it's,
Yeah, because everything else is
It's the
set
same.
in stripes. Yeah, exactly.
yes. So the first thing you need to do is your centre square needs to be cut on the bias. So it is, well,
Yes, because
Like
that's
that.
different from the other one because it was just plain green in the
it
green
is,
one,
you
wasn't
can
it?
just
Yeah.
cut it however.
Yeah.
So you do have to be careful. 1, cut it on the bias so that everything is lined up. 2, when you're sewing it together, remember that you're sewing 2 biases together.
Right.
So just be careful.
Best press. I would
Best
best press
press.
that. I've got best press coming up in the next hour. I'd best press the life out of those ones
Yeah.
just because you've got 2 biases. Yeah.
And maybe a walking foot if
Mm-hmm.
you can get an accurate 1/4 inch. So that's that.
Okay.
And then the borders are cut. You've got plenty, like I said, you've got plenty of fabric. I've got to get my binding out of this. but
Yeah.
Look how much is left.
But you don't need half a metre of binding at the absolute most, wouldn't you? Half
Yeah.
a metre of that fabric.
You could even get bias binding from this if
Yeah.
you wanted. So what I did was, you need 3 strips for the border. They're 3.5 inches, but they need to go width of fabric, and then the rest you need to go the lengthways to
Right.
get the long stripe.
Okay.
So I cut 3 width of fabric for my borders here and here. To get
3.
3, yes, because 1 strip
Oh, because
isn't
yes,
quite long enough.
three pieces because it's longer than it is
Yes,
wide. The fact, yeah,
yes.
got it.
And then you can cut just 2 strips.
Isn't that funny that
lengthwise.
they've done? You'd think that because if you want the border to go with the butterflies down the middle of each, you could do. You've got enough fabric,
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
you, to
yeah.
do that if you wanted
Yeah.
to. But
You don't have to. I mean, this is just how the pattern is.
yeah,
so if you want to just do
It's
width of
strange.
fabric.
It's strange that they've done. I mean, I suppose they've done it so that it looks like it's on a piece of fabric behind, and they've just plonked it on top, as thing.
Yes.
But anyway,
So you do need to fussy cut a little bit your borders. I didn't worry too much about mine. I think so long as I'm trying to think, how have they done theirs? Well, they've got the big butterfly in the middle.
right.
So when you're cutting the length,
Would you cut those before you've? Is it
No.
anywhere else in the? It's only in the middle.
It's
There's
only
nowhere
one.
else in the whole quilt then, is it?
No, I wouldn't cut the lengthwise first because you need the full width of fabric.
For your half
Yes,
square
so
triangles.
I'd cut your width of fabric first,
Right.
and then do your length. 'Cause
Right.
You've got more than enough length that
Okay,
you need.
perfect.
Just be careful when you are cutting it the length because it's going to be longer than a width of fabric. It's a little bit thicker. You might need a bigger cutting mat,
Yeah.
or if you fold it over another time, it's going to be a lot of layers to cut through,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's that. And then the background. So the background is cut, fussy cut in the same way. This all needs to be cut length of fabric
Right.
rather than width of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, instead of matching up my selvage edges and then folding it over itself, I still matched my selvage edges, but lengthwise.
Right.
And then my fold is on the length, basically. So if you, where is it? I got a little bit extra there. And this one really is a bit more tricky
Right.
to cut because it's a little bit longer.
Does it say anything about this in the instructions?
I'm trying to think,
Because
I think
if they're the same instructions
I
as the
think
green
it
one,
says to fussy cut. I think it says to
no, I'll check.
check. I think it says fussy cut them. Then that's the only addition to the magenta one.
Yes, well, what it actually says is fabricate fussy cut 64 triangles.
Yes. It doesn't tell you how to.
But it doesn't
fussy
say
cut.
where the fussy cutting is.
No.
So what you need to know is they've done it. So how did you know then?
Because
Were you just going by
the
the
picture.
But on their picture, have I put it up sideways? I might have put it up.
yeah.
I might have put it up sideways because I put it with all the butterflies going along the top edge.
Yeah.
They've got all the butterflies going down.
Up and down.
But yes.
But either way, I just cut it because all of the butterflies are going in one stripe,
They
one
go, what?
direction.
Going. It's the
Going.
first time you've said it today. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just looked at the pattern on the front to know how to
Yes.
where to fussy cut it. Yeah.
And it's still, so it still needs like the 6 7/8 size, or 7, I did 7 inches. And then what I did was I took my 1, 2, 3.5, and I did use my mat for this actually, because my ruler wasn't wide enough. 3.5 inch mark, I kind of directed over the center of the pattern, and then cut this side, and then I turned it around and did that side. So I wouldn't be able to get what I want from this strip because it's too close to the selvage edge.
Right.
So that's why I moved it in. So there was plenty there, but I wouldn't have enough left. Although I do still have some strips, I think, somewhere. Yeah.
So
I've still got some left.
what do they look? I was going to say, let me see what the strips
Oh,
look
yeah.
like when you've cut them, just so people at home can see what their strips should look like. Oh, so it literally is you're cutting a.
Yeah, roughly. I mean, you kind of see, it'd be that long.
Right.
You'd have more black on the side than it is showing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a selvage edge, so you can see. So you'd have more black here. So your butterfly is centered in the middle.
Right. So you want that line. So when you have this fabric here, when you cut these strips now, you want your line to be with that in the middle
Yes.
of your squares.
Yes.
Yes, because in my brain I'm thinking, oh, you need to cut it with away, but you don't, because then you're going to then slice it, and that's going to be going across the top of your square.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's that. So that's the strip. And
Perfect.
then when you're cutting out the triangles, now for this one, because I did make the top, I didn't do any of the layering up like I did on the green quilt with the 2 colours.
yeah,
I just did them all singly, just to keep it a little bit simpler. But when you're cutting your squares, you will naturally get, if you double it up, make sure you double it up. So you're cutting through both sides of the strip at once. Because, there it is. Now I'm not going to cut a square that is accurate to the pattern. I'm just
Yeah.
going to cut a square for demonstration so you can see.
There's only 2 of this quilt left now, by the way,
Oh,
everyone.
wow.
Lo says, good morning, lovely John and yummy Emma. Great
Oh.
to see you on, Emma.
Ah, bless you. Thank you. Great to be here. I haven't seen you for ages, it seems.
No.
cut it as a square. Just ignore the white at the bottom.
Okay. Yours won't have white on the bottom.
But it might help, actually. It might help to make the point. So that's my square.
Right.
And I'm going to cut it in half to make triangles. And you'll see so that's this side. So on this side, my butterflies are going that way. Butterflies are going that way. So you can see by the selvage.
Yes.
So they're going in opposite directions. This one's easier to see, I think. So there, if I had my triangle, my big flying geese triangle, I've got a triangle with my butterflies going in the correct direction either way.
Yes.
But then you will also need some that go this way, side to side, because...
Oh, because it goes down the
Yes.
side. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So if you cut them, your strips doubled, like I did.
Yeah.
So don't open them up and just cut them one at a time. And although that might work, cut them doubled to make sure that it's actually going to.
Now, I
them
wonder what
either
it
way.
would look like then if you didn't fussy cut it with those going down the side or across the top or anything
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I thought I might
Because
do.
it would make it look more random, wouldn't it?
would.
The butterflies would look like they were more random. But I quite like, if you can do it like that, I quite like the fact that it's all the same. It's all
Yes.
the same way.
I think that gives more of the kaleidoscope effect.
Yes, yes. Oh no, definitely, because it's
Yeah.
like when you've twisted the kaleidoscope
Yes.
round, it would all go round. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there was something else you wanted to tell us on this one about.
Oh yes, the border.
Now there was something else you said to me. Oh no, we've done that, but you said remind me. But that was the cutting of the blue border, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the border we're going to do next.
Yeah.
Because the borders I have put on, I'll show you what I've done. Oh, yes. So before we get to borders, the way that the quilt itself is constructed is completely in strips.
Oh, okay.
So you've got all your units, and it shows you in the instructions as well. It's got a really nice diagram. Go to the next page.
This one.
Yeah. So you can see how they've separated it out.
See either mine or that one, Emma. It doesn't matter. Oh, there you go. So we'll stick with yours.
Yeah. So tells you how to construct the strips.
Yeah.
So you do every bit is in strips. So this will be a strip, this will be a strip,
Right.
this will be a strip, and then you sew the strips together. That's my last strip to put on. And that will go at the top after everything else. I've got my first border on.
Which is, you say you border, that's the narrow pale blue one round the
Yes.
outside of it, yeah.
Yes. And for that, you do have, it's 1.5, well, it ends up being 1 inch finished,
Right.
1.5 inch strips. And it does tell you to cut them out to a certain size. You can do that.
Do what? Sorry, I didn't hear
Certain
that.
lengths. You can cut them to a certain length and then attach them.
I just have to turn Hannah down. I can't hear you.
Oh.
Go on, sorry.
It tells you to cut the border strips to a certain length.
Right,
And then attach them.
right.
That always makes me a little bit nervous because you never know if you're going to be, that's going to be accurate to
Yeah.
what you've actually made because seam allowances change and cutting changes. So the way that I prefer to attach borders is to just make them long enough to fit the side,
Yeah.
and then, actually, is that right? Yeah, that's right.
If you're going down the side, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just matching it up. And then I just lay it on top.
Yeah.
See, is this one? Yeah, good, that one's done. And pin it.
You've got loads on your dress, loads of pins on your sleeve of your dress.
Oh, thanks. I always forget. This is really the only time that I pin a lot.
Okay.
And I find it just keeps everything in place because when you're sewing strips onto the edge of the border, the reason to measure it and to make sure that you're getting it correct is because when you're sewing it on, invariably, either this will stretch a little bit because it's width of fabric,
Right.
this strip, or it'll get fed through a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Because of the way it's sewn.
Now, I've only got a couple of minutes left,
Okay.
but should there be a cornerstone on there?
Yes. So I'd pin that all the way through.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh,
would
no,
mark
not on this one, because you're going to add the cornerstone to the
on the next one.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I was panicking because there was no cornerstone, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do this, trim off the edges,
Yeah.
but on for the next bit, what I would do is the same thing, pin it all on, but then mark on each side where the edge is,
Right,
and then cut that off, and then sew on my cornerstones,
Right.
which I do have here, so that my cornerstones are exactly where they need to be.
yes. And the green one has cornerstones as well. They're just not
Yeah.
as obvious on the green one, are they?
Yeah, so I would do that.
So
All-
hang on. So you've literally pinned. So we're saying the top one is on and finished. You're pinning the second one on.
Yeah.
You've marked where it finishes, but then you sew the cornerstone onto it.
Yeah, before I sew the strip on.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm only doing this while it's pinned,
Yeah.
so I've got room to manoeuvre.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that would be there.
Yeah.
And then I would sew that onto there
Right. Got it.
before I sewed it on, because that's going to need to be sewn onto the border.
Of the one coming
That would
down
be
that
there.
way. Yes. Exactly.
But that's just a way of making sure that it's actually going to be, the strip's going to fit where it needs to.
Perfect. Brilliant. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Emma.
You're
Emma's going
welcome.
to be back in an hour, and
Yeah.
you're going to be doing things like how to layer up, how to bind, how to do all sorts of things
Yeah.
like that, aren't you? Brilliant. So it's all the things that we never get to. Like if that had been
Yeah.
we wouldn't have got to binding and everything like that in this one. So we're just going to show you, not necessarily on these, but just a general lesson, basically. We've got lots of things for sale and everything in that hour. Right, so very quickly, this one here then, which is the Kaleidoscope one. There's only one not checked out so far. So you get all this exquisite fabric and your instructions. £129.99, but you can have it on 2 split payments of £64.99 if you want. You don't have to have that, and that will make that quilt. Then we also have the green version. Exactly the same pattern, just different fabric. Split pay still an option. This one's a slightly more affordable look. And then we've got the celery, the green, and the lovely grunge fabrics in there, and the grunge spot, and then the beautiful greens in there as well. £119.99. Again, it's 147 by 147 centimetres, which makes it 58 by 58 inches. You do not have to take the split pay if you don't want to. And it's not got any interest added onto it. It's just the price cut in half, basically. Very quickly. Morning all, really enjoying the show. Emma is always so calm when teaching. I'm learning a few new cutting tips and I'm loving these fabrics. From another Emma in Portishead. Right, don't go anywhere because I've my next out. Oh, should I do the winner? First of all, yesterday's winner. We've got yesterday's winner, who's the person who's won all these Liberty fabrics just from coming in and buying something yesterday, and that person is Linda Harris. You are the winner of Friday's giveaway. So these Liberty fabrics will be winging their way to you. And if any of you have bought something today, up until midnight time, whether it's from me or the shop, your name will go in the hat, and one of you, Vicky, will be announcing tomorrow the person who's won this Creative Grids ruler for shopping today. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll see you after break with all sorts of things. I've got spray, I've got a jigsaw, I've got all sorts of things. I'll see you in 3. Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again. Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433 and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping! If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 PM every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 PM to 1 PM. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Be quiet. I've got an assistant for this hour. Right, we can't put any graphics in yet because there's no producer in there to put the graphics up. But we're setting Hannah a challenge, right? So this is Hannah. And we've got a jigsaw, right? The challenge is, put it down on the table, facing you. Look at the screen where you've got to put it. Twist it. Okay, look at that. We'll put the graphics in a minute, right? You said I'm not going to talk, John.
Sorry, it was fun. It was jaunty.
Jaunty, right? I do that, and little Paul shouts at me if I do it jaunty. Okay, so in a minute, Hannah's going to open the box to prove it's got a jigsaw in it. Right. So Hannah is going to try and make that jigsaw in this hour. Okay. Now, if you can't, that's it. Don't. Right, okay, so I'll bring the graphics in for it in a little while. In the meantime, I'm going to talk to you about this sewing machine. I do apologise, everybody at home. Hello, lovely Hannah, everyone says. That's lots of people saying hello, Hannah. Aww. Right, okay, so this sewing machine is back in stock. We've heard from Elna. They say there will be no other machines delivered to us before May. We are trying our best to get the 680, but there's no guarantee. But however, if you're new to us, you don't know, 680 is £1,099, so it is a different price range. So I'll just show you this one. Just bring this one into shot and I'll show you this one here. It's a gorgeous machine. Now, it's £579. You can have it over 3 split pays of £193. No interest charge whatsoever. Right, so here you've got your thread cutter, you've got needle up, needle down, you've got your lock stitch, you've got your reverse there. You can use it without the foot pedal if you want to. You have got a needle threader there as well on there. It has 100 stitches inbuilt. Fantastic. And the way that you do it, this one's not plugged in, but literally the way that you do it is you literally go, when this is on, oh, hang on, no, when this is on, hang on, I wonder if can I plug it in? Is that possible? Hang on, have I got a wire here? Is it the same wire? I'll just show you how you choose. There you go. So I'll show you how, let me turn, there you go. So I can show you that if you want, say, stitch number 66, you literally go like this. There you go, stitch 66. It then tells me what the size of the stitch is. You can alter that because you've got the stitch length and the stitch width here. Or you can just go back to, I've just switched off and switched back on again. It will automatically go back to default, which is a straight stitch down the centre. You can move your needle. No, hang on, that's the length, sorry, that's length. I'm pressing the length or the thing. This is moving the needle across. Look, can you see the needle moving across? Look. You can reposition the needle as much as you want to, or when you're doing a straight zigzag, that does the width of your zigzag. But then look down here as well. I don't know if Emma can come in closer on those. We also have these buttons here, which are your shortcut to your buttonhole. You've got a cover stitch machine. Do we call it cover stitch? Anyway, it's the one like an overlocking stitch. Just go there. You've got a memory, and then you've also got your straight stitch. And this one has a memory scissor cutter that you can put in, so when you finish sewing, it will automatically cut your thread for you. It is a fabulous little machine. We didn't have that. How many have gone now? You see, so more than a quarter of the stock have gone already, and we only got back in this morning. So please, 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 if you're thinking about that, it does come with a hard cover. It does come with an extension table. It does come with feet and everything. But I can show you, actually, I can show you some price comparisons if you want. Right. Yes. So if you're new to us, we also sell the 550, the 560 and the 570, right? We think that we've got the pricing wrong because everybody else charges what we charge. We charge for this what everyone else charges for the one higher than it. So what we, right, look, this is the 560, right? £639 elsewhere. That's how much we charge for the next one up, for the 570. We haven't got the 570 in, but that's exactly this machine. It is a direct comparison at 10:10 on Saturday morning that shop sells this machine for £639. Another one for you quickly. Look, it's across the board. It's across the board. It's not like we found the one that sells it for the most money. There's the same machine. There's the one with the table. You do get the table with us. You do get your 2-year warranty from Elna. They are in stock in Stockport right now. So if you buy yours tonight, oh, actually it's Saturday, isn't it? On Monday, we will let Elna know and they will start the process to send it out to you from there. Out of stock, but how much is that one? £639. You see what I mean? It's £639 across the board. Apart from when you come to Sewing Street, it's £579 here. And did they offer split pay? Not as far as we know. We don't know. But you can definitely get split pay here as well. And no interest charge. Normally on split pay, it's interest charge. The other thing I need to tell you about the split pay is, you know, if you're on those Christmas clubs and you put your money in, you don't get your Christmas hamper till you've paid all your money, do you? This, after your first payment of what, £193 tonight, plus your post and packaging, it will be sent out to you. And then you've got your 2 other payments of £193 after that. I know, isn't it fantastic? Several are in baskets and several have been checked out already this morning. Oh, okay, so way more than half the stock. If everyone checks out, way more than half the stock's gone. Oh, no. No, right, okay, Kat's producing tomorrow with Hannah, and we've just read her emails because they come through to the same thing, saying, don't worry, there'll be plenty for you tomorrow. At this rate, there won't be. At this rate, there will not. She might have one. She won't be happy. She will not be happy. That's why she keeps moving the boxes around outside, isn't it? We come in, go, where's the Helen Newton section? Oh, it's been moved. Kat moves it all when we're not here. Oh, Hannah's brought her a present. I won't say what it is because it'll spoil it because Kat will be watching. Anyway, have a think about it, but don't leave it too long. That's all I'm saying. Right, I'm going to put that on the floor. How are you getting on with that then, Hannah? She's nodding. Shall we put the graphics in for the jigsaw? You can't see her because I don't want to give away how well she's doing, but where's she put it? Where's she put the box? She was supposed to leave the box, wasn't she? Oh, she needs to look at the picture to do it. So, all right. She's finding all the... Hopefully you've got beyond the corner pieces because it's 1:15 already. But anyway. Was that the graphics of the jigsaw? Yeah, 19.99. Oh, I've got one on the box behind me. Here you go. And she's in her water bottle. She's only on 7 o'clock. What am I on? Oh, no, I'm on 10:30. Oh, no, I'm only a little bit ahead of myself. So that's this. That's what... Oh, let's wait. Right, let's do some photos now while we realign ourselves. What's this? Oh, don't send any more in. Please don't send any more in. And Hannah says she apologises profusely if she hasn't done yours. And Clive's never arrived. We don't know where Clive's is. Clive's never arrived. Anyway, here we go. So some pictures for you. So the one on the left made for my niece from Kerry in Berkshire. Beautiful. On the right, hi all. Great shows always. Love, John. Oh, no, it's not from John. Sorry, oh, that's really sweet. I thought it was from John. This is a cushion I made for my granddaughter. Hope this counts as a quilting project. Only small, but I did quilt it. Elaine, of course it does, Elaine. Is that a puffin? Is it? Is the puffin on the bird of a month? No, it isn't. No, it's not. Okay, next. Lo says, good luck, Hannah, with that everyone said who you're talking to if Hannah's doing... if Hannah's out there. I'm chatting to Emma in there. Emma's doing both the buttons and the cameras. So it could go horribly wrong. Right, here we go. Next one. Morning. This is my Into the Woods. Oh! It's taken 3 years. I have only made a lap quilt before. Thank you to all the presenters, guests and crew and warehouse staff for doing such a fantastic job during these difficult times. You have inspired me to take the leap and come out of my comfort zone. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Lots of love from Anne-Maria in Bletchley. Oh, Anne-Maria, that's lovely. Who's in Bletchley? Oh, Hannah's telling me... What'd you say, Hannah? You did what? You went to college in Bletchley. Oh, Hannah went to college in Bletchley. Anyway, right, okay. Next quilt. Emma, what were you doing then? I know you've got a lot to do, but... Yeah. Okay, next. Okay. Oh! Who's this from? Gloria. Morning all. I hope you're all well and safe. Attached is my 2020 lockdown quilt for my daughter for looking after me. Oh, how lovely. All blocks are FPP, foundation paper piecing. Oh, that is gorgeous. I love the colourway. Is you've worn an outfit look to match in with your quilt? Do what? No, of course you couldn't. Who's on the right then? You cut the person on the right out though. Oh, he wasn't in the picture. Gloria, thank you for that. That's beautiful. Oh, look. Any more? Not yet. Okay, we'll carry on with what we've got to do then. Right, Delphine's Tree of Life pattern is this. So I'll show you this first of all because it's gorgeous. This was made with navy blue background. And we haven't got the the fabric left to do it, but you can make it out of any fabric. But this is the finished quilt. Only the pattern though, £9.99. £9. But wait till you see what you get for your £9.99. Right, okay, so let me show you this. £9.99. So, this is how you make the tree. It does say please read all the instructions before you start. There's the tree. Look, it's up to you how you do it, how you decorate it with the flowers and with the birds and everything like that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Use gorgeous batiks. You can use solids. That's the binding. Then these are all your templates. Should we just have a check-in on Hannah, see how she's doing? Look. You've not even done one corner yet. Okay, back to me. So here we go. So there's all your templates for everything you need for your tree of life. £9.99. £9.99. I brought in my portfolio so she could make it in the portfolio. Get the portfolio out and you can make it in that. Don't want it left on the table. Mind you, at this rate, it's 20 past already. She won't get very far, will she? Delphine patterns always sell out at £9.99. Half of today's stock is gone. Gorgeous. Oh, another quilt picture very quickly. Oh, wow. Inspired by Nicholas Ball on Sewing Quarter with John. Oh, he's the improv quilter, Nicholas Ball. Beautiful, lovely. Pauline, that's lovely. So that's all improv. That's all totally improv. Oh, now is that a washing line or is there somebody behind there? I think there's a person behind there. Colours are gorgeous, aren't they? Thank you, Pauline. Helen Newton's patterns are here. Right, so I'm going to start with elephant. Now, these can be wall hangings or they could be cushions. There's the finished thing. But obviously, it's just the pattern today, £9.99. So there's your templates. There's your instructions. More templates. Oh, hang on, no, that's confusing if I put that there. So there's lovely for you. The thing is, you can do these, because when we did the teddy bear one, people did them for their family. So some put 2 children, some put 2 mums, some put 2 dads, some put 3 kids and a mum and everything. It's up to you how you do it, because you've got all the templates in there. You can do it as you please, can't you? 9.99. Hannah would just be this one. And no balloons. Because life isn't one long party if you're Hannah McCabe. £9.99. £9. Oh, hang on, I've got a message quickly. Oh, which quilt were you talking about, Norel? This quilt is my next project. Got the pattern yesterday using my deep purple as a background. Was that which one was that one? Was it the Tree of Life? Tree of Life, maybe. Right, okay. Now moving on to Sewing Room, which is the one I'm not allowed to show the back of. Okay, Hannah put it in a wet patch earlier. Sewing Room, you won't get this one, don't worry. Sewing Room, that's this one. There's the finished one. Oh, only single figures on this one. It's just the pattern. Just the pattern, obviously, for £9.99. But again, you'll get all your templates. Knitting needles, pins, wool, thread, buttons. Is that a needle threader? It's a needle threader, I think, that one. It's not a trowel. Then you've got your mannequin. You've got your sewing machine, bows. What's these? And what's that? Oh, yeah, that's that cloth there. And they're the shelves. Look, they're the shelves. It's the other way around. Look, the trowel. £9.99. Fabulous. Next. Okay, I'm a little bit worried because I've got 3 patterns but only 2 samples. Japanese Girl is next. She was there earlier. Anyway, this is Japanese Girl. I'm sure she was. Is she on a shelf? No, she was right by the trolley earlier. Unless we've covered her up with those boxes from the early shows. $9.99, Japanese girl. She was exactly where you're standing now. No, don't just stamp your foot, Emma. It's not there. No, you don't go and help, Hannah. You carry on with the... We've only got half an hour to do the puzzle. Never mind, never mind. It's lovely, though, isn't it? Beautiful. She has run off, I think, the Japanese girl. No, I'm not sitting. I'm sitting on the caravan. No. Okay, moving on. Three Little Bears or Puppy Love next. Three bears. I've got 19 of these. That's it left today to sell you. This is the finished thing. 19 of those. That's it. Oh, Tree of Life, Noelle. It's beautiful. Oh, Viv, we've stopped taking the pictures now, only because there's too many. They can only come in by email, but we've stopped doing them for now because Hannah's inundated with them. And in the next hour, we've got obviously Emma sewing, and then the hour after that is Yarn Lane, and we're not showing them in Yarn Lane, so I'm ever so sorry, Viv. Oh no, you can buy in Yarn Lane, but we're not showing any pictures in Yarn Lane. That's what I'm saying. There's the instructions. Teddy, oh, John, you are bossy to poor Hannah. She loves it. That's all I can say. She loves it. Okay. She's got 2 corners on her jigsaw now. She's doing very well. Right, Puppy Love is the last one. Puppy Love, how the guests they'll never know. Donny Osmond, wasn't it? There you go. Donny and Marie. Anyway, 9.99, that's the finished thing. The what? Yeah, move them around. You can have a boy and a girl, dog, 2 boys, 2 girls, whatever you want, but all the templates there. Large, medium and small. Well, that's you, Hannah, there, that one. Looks like Liberty, that, doesn't it? Anyway, $9.99, Puppy Love. That's going to sell out. Got a couple of quilts from Sue here. They're what, sorry? Applique, or applique, as Emma says. And we can see them. Oh, wow! These are 2 applique quilts were made for my grandson. Unfortunately, my daughter-in-law didn't like them. I watch Home Street most days. Keep up the good work. Sue in North Lincolnshire. What is wrong with her? They're gorgeous. Now, Sue is North Lincolnshire. Is that Louth? Because I used to live in Louth, you know. Can we look at them again? I think they're gorgeous. I like the flamingo. Is it the flamingo? Which one do you like? The camel? Can't see a camel. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. And which other one do you like, Hannah? The donkey on the end. Oh, well, don't be sending her any presents, daughter-in-law. We should name check her, shouldn't we? Anyway, they're beautiful. I think they're lovely, Sue, in North Lincolnshire. How weird. Anyway. Oh, yes, here we go. There can't be many of these left because I thought they sold out the other day. This is 20. 1 patch quilts. We did a quilt, $4.99. $4.99. So there are 20. It's brilliant because look, I'll show you. Yeah, I tell you what it was. We had some in kits and some of the kits didn't go, did they? But here we go. Look. So squares, half square triangles, rectangular triangles. They've got templates in them. They've got instructions in them. Rectangles, house or prisms, tile or double prism, 45-degree diamond, tumbling blocks, yeah, make tumbling blocks with that one. Kites, equilateral triangles, tumblers. You can even do half tumblers if you want to from those. Oh, lots of people. Sue, loads of people loving your quilts. Loads of people loving your quilts. Half squares. Oh. Yeah, that's like half a tumbler, isn't it? At half a sixpence. Anyway, half a hexie. Clamshells. Jewels. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? Jewel. Offset square. Hexagon. Apple core. There's 20 of them. I think the apple core was the last one, wasn't it? Yeah. For £4.99. Maureen says, keep singing, John. Vicky wants to do a duet with you. That's only so she looks better than me, that's all. John, those animal quilts that Sue made are beautiful, aren't they just? You are no Donny Osmond. Oh, thanks, Alison, Marion, Alison. Just you wait. That wasn't a threat, by the way. Don't do threats. Quilt from Helen. Oh, wow. So, morning all, these are my first quilts. Both a steep learning curve, telling me, on the importance of accuracy in cutting and seam allowance. Still building up the courage to quilt them. Love your show and the inspiration from Helen. Oh, Helen! Like, let's not start at beginner stage, shall we? Let's go straight into advanced. They're incredible. Fabulous. Love the colours. Love the colours. Very quickly, another one. Oh, hi Sewing Street family. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Sue. And I'm thrilled it falls on International Quilting Day. I only started quilting when I retired 18 months ago and I am addicted. Here are my first two quilts. Or can I see one? Made in the first lockdown. Thanks for all the inspiration and fabric stashes. We haven't got the picture of the other one, I'm afraid, Sue, but that's lovely, isn't it? Love the colours in there. It's very random, isn't it? I like that when it's random like that. Gorgeous. Oh, I've got one more. Yeah, bundle. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Richard of York gained battle in vain. Oh no, the wrong way around. Battle in vain. There you go. Beautiful. $23.99. I've only got a limited amount today. Derek says, Vicky has it planned, a duet with John with Mark Francis on the piano. Oh, indeed. And Sewing Nut and I will be the backing singers. Why am I in it? Because we're doing a duet. That's when two people sing together, Hannah. It's a duet. Sorry, Hannah. That's when two people sing together. It's a duet. $23.99, half a metre of each. These are the Rose and Hubble solids that we do. 3 left. 3 of those left. That's it. Now, we started off the day with plain and with lavender best press. The lavender's sold out. So I've only got the scent free or fragrance free. Okay. What'd you say about that bundle? Oh, sold out. Sold out. Right, here we go. Best press. Hey, I'm right hungry. I've had my bowl of strawberries. I'm really hungry today. I didn't have porridge this morning, that's why. $11.99. This will last you a long time, this one. You get the squirter, the spray. This is best press. This is scent-free. Well, I said to Emma, but most of our quilting experts use best press, don't they? And it comes into stock, and like the lavender one, sells out. In fact, yesterday, Wendy Orlando said she loved the lavender one best, didn't she? I bet she's been in and bought it. She's allowed to when she's not at work. We're not allowed to buy when we're at work, but she could buy. I know. $11.99. How many cc? 16 point something ounces, that one, isn't it? 16.9 ounces. 499 millilitres. Okay, there's a question for one of the applique cushions. Okay, so Dawn in Suffolk says, with the applique cushion patterns, will they fray as they are stitched with a running stitch and not traditional blanket stitch? Yes, but only what happens is you applique them down, then you go round them a few times with straight stitch, and then they will slightly fray away. Depends how many times you wash them. But yes, that's the idea, that the edge goes a little bit frayed. If you don't want it to do that, you can do blanket stitch. You can do whatever you want. You can do your blanket stitch, you can do satin stitch, you can do anything. But the free motion embroidery, free motion quilting is like creating an outline, but it will fray. Yes, they will fray eventually. What's the matter? What's the matter, Hannah? Email. Here we go. Grandma's Garden, all by hand. Regards from Angie. That's the one on the right. They're beautiful, aren't they? My first go at quilting with my long arm quilter. Excuse me, Wendy. Moda fabric. Yes, you can tell, can't you? It's lovely. If you see, when I watch Escape to the Country now, since starting working at Sewing Quarter first, then here, your eye automatically is drawn to the bed going, oh, look, they've got, you know what I mean? The quilts, the amount of people who've got quilts on their beds. It's fantastic, isn't it? I've got, beautiful, I've got the one that Jane Alcott made for me. My log cabin is on my bed. I've got the one that Anna Sewing Nut made for me on the Oxford bedroom. The Indian Princess bedroom has got another one. And then the Bargello that Jane made for me is just all folded up looking gorgeous. Right. These, right. Now, what I need to explain about these is when you buy these, it comes with a secret link to a video which shows you how to cut them out, how to finish them, and how to bind them. You'll be emailed the link, right? So you can go and watch those. And then what you need to do is go onto our YouTube, and I'll give you the date of when the first time they were on here, and then you can see Yvonne making the actual middle bit on here. So which one do you want to go to first? Okay, so I'm starting off with 90. This is traditional. So what you get in here, I'll just put this here. You get everything you need. In fact, I'm going to open this one. Oh, that one sold out. That one sold out. Why is it on the table? Why is it on the table? I've got YA MY39 now, which is modern. Okay, so now for £45.99 you get everything. I'm going to open this one. Okay, there's the finished. Table runner. Right, and was that the day she demoed or the day they sold? Yeah. 12th of January is the YouTube you need to go to see these being made. So, oh, got to turn it the right way. So you get the instructions. So in here now, everything you need to make it. So these are your fabrics, all your fabrics, your hand sewing needle, other fabric. You get your wadding. There was something. Oh, here you go. I knew there was more. You get your piecing thread and you get your quilting thread and you get machine needles and the instructions. So one of these will be your top fabric and one will be your underneath fabric, won't it, your background fabric. I know, it's fantastic, isn't it? Everything you need. Instructions, fabric, needles, threads, wadding and backing. She's on Tuesday, Mrs. Macadamia Nut. She's in on Tuesday. I'm not in on Tuesday, but she is. Don't know why I said it like that. Who's in on Tuesday then? Is it? Wendy's in on Tuesday. Wendy's in on Tuesday. I normally do Tuesday, so I'm not back in now till Wednesday after today. So what day do we do next week? We must do Wednesday and Saturday next week. Is that it? Yeah. Hannah's in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it could be Rebecca Reed on Monday, Bird of the Month. Then Wendy's in on Tuesday. I'm in on Wednesday. I'm presuming Vix must be in on Thursday and Friday. Oh, yes, she is, because Friday's her last day, isn't it? Because Jane Greenoff's in on Friday. And then I'm in on am I in on Saturday and Sunday next week? I think I might be. Is it? No, we're not into April yet, are we? I think I'm only Wednesday and Saturday next week. Anyway, that's the modern one. Should we go to this one next, which is the floral one, which finishes 90. Oh, I know what the other thing was. You get a quilt label. You do get a quilt label as well. Yeah, now the fabric in the one that you're about to see finished of is slightly different because you had to replace it with this fabric here. Very, very slightly different. So all your fabric, you get your machine needle, your batting, your two threads, your hand sewing needle, your machine needles, everything you need for the complete piece, £45.99. 9 patch, friendship, 3 blocks, table runner, £45.99. Lovely. And then last but not least with these is this one. This is the batik one, ending 76. Nice, I'll just turn it over. Batik fabrics. Quilt label, your threads, your needle, your hand sewing needle, your wadding's in there, your backing's in there. Everything you need for this table runner is in there. Beautiful. I don't know, which one's your favourite? Which one's your favourite? Oh, well, actually, your favourite home must have been the first one, because that one sold out. We had equal amounts of all of them at the beginning. The traditional. Traditional was obviously the most favourite. £45.99. Fabulous. Now, how you getting on with the jigsaw, Hannah? She's nodding. She's nodding. She's doing ever so well. She's doing ever so well. She took my advice and she started putting it together in my portfolio that I brought in for her to push in. Yeah. She's only got about 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes. Less than 15 minutes, Hannah. She's looking stressed. She's looking stressed. Right, where am I going next then? Carol's picture of her quilt. Oh my word! Good morning all. I made this by hand a couple of years ago. It's made with scraps donated by my quilting friends. Oh, have a lovely day from Carol. So now, Carol, are they clamshells? They are, aren't they? They look like they're loose, you know, like a mermaid's tail, don't they? Yeah, they look like if you put a breeze on them, they'd all flutter. That's really unusual, isn't it? I like the big cross going across the middle. Okay, next one. Oh, this is pretty, Pat. Finished hand quilting during lockdown. Oh, now, I recognise those blocks. I wonder if we did that at Sewing Quarter. I think there might have been a book that we did with those in Sewing Quarter. Right, oh, I like your back. Look how lovely countryside. Gorgeous. Next one. This is the last one we're showing now. Oh, for a bit. Here's my first quilt made for my partner, Steve, for his significant birthday. We sleep on, under... Hang on. We sleep on, under the beach every night. Oh, it's like the beach. Oh, I see. Thanks, Steve, for supporting me on my quilting journey. Oh, he says quilt, don't gilt. Oh, he sounds like a keeper, Jennifer, doesn't he? So which end do you have up near your head? Have you got the sand near your head or you got the deep sea? It's lovely, isn't it? I wonder what that is then. Is that like improv? It's lovely though, really lovely. Jennifer and Steve. Oh, right, that's the last one for now. We've got a couple more to show before the end of the show. Yeah, that's what I was looking for because I haven't got the cutting mat or spare fabric to do it with. Right, I'm down to the last 5 of these. These are so popular, I can't tell you. I cannot tell you how popular they are. Oh, 4 now. One's just gone. Right. Hannah, can you just move away from that table a minute? Thank you. Oh, no, I don't need to. Oh, now. No, I haven't put it there. But it is. No, I'm not going to cut that because that might be out of a bundle. It's not out of today's bundles. There's some fabric here. It's all right. I can do it from here. Oh, there's not really a decent piece of fabric. I'm going to just use this grey one. Don't worry, I'll use this grey one. Right. Thank you. You can go back to the table now. Right. Standing up to do a demo on this one. Now, there's only 4 of these left. 4 of these left. They're £64.99. You think, oh, why would I spend £64.99? This is brilliant. It is especially if you're doing Bargellos or... Oh, actually, if you're doing that, it's brilliant for doing... Well, that one sold out now. But if you're doing the one that Emma did earlier, this is absolutely brilliant. What it is, it's a ruler. It's a Fiskars ruler. And on it, you've got your 1/4 inch, your 1/2 inch, your 3/4 inch increments in both black and white. But this is the equivalent to your rotary cutter, right? So if you need to cut strips for like a Bargello, what you need to do, now the mat, you really need a bigger mat than this, so I'll only have to be able to do it halfway. But get your fabric, and then what you first of all do is you just square off the selvage like this. Right, now the blade, I haven't shown you the blade. The blade is in here, right? And it only engages when you press that down. This is the most fantastic finger guard, so you're not going to get your fingers anywhere near the blade. And let me just show you, let's just square this off. You just put your ruler down, put your hand here, fingers behind the guard, so you've got no, and then here's your cutter. Now, if you want to test, first of all, you can do, that's not cutting anything at all. You then press this down, shimmy along like that, and then you've literally squared off your fabric like that. Then what you do is if you want to cut, if you're doing a Bargello and you think I need to cut 2.5-inch strips, what you do is you find your 2.5 on the ruler here, put it alongside the cut edge, the 2.5-inch, along the cut edge there, 2.5 inches along the cut edge there. Now, the joy of this is, you know, we always say when using a rotary cutter, do not cut towards yourself. Well, you can on this. You can on this, right? You can run it up and down. So if you want to, you can cut towards you or away. I'm going to cut away from myself on this one. Look. Then you've cut your perfect 2.5-inch strip. Then I'm going to square that off again at the end there. Just square that off. Right, now, if you then need to cut 2.5-inch squares. No, hang on, I've done that the wrong way around. No, you need to cut 2.5-inch squares. You line this edge up here with your 2.5. And your 2.5, hang on, is that right? 2.5, 2.5, slice. Perfect 2.5-inch squares. But you don't have to be 2.5. You can go up to, let's do this one, right? What was Emma doing earlier? We're 6.5. Oh, I can't do 6.5. I can do 6 on this one, though. Right? So if we want to do 6, I'll do it the way around. There you go. 6-inch squares. So you line the edge of your fabric up with 6. The edge of your fabric up with 6 there. As I say, this is, right, so you just slice down there. Then, you can then, I need to square the edge off. Line up the bottom of your fabric there with a straight line there, so you know you're cutting it off square. Then, literally, you need a 6-inch square. You line that edge of that one up with your 6-inch there. The edge of your fabric up the stud there, and the straight line there. Slice it down there. Perfect 6.5-inch squares, or 6-inch squares, 6-inch squares. Great tool, sturdy and easy to use from Hazel. What's that? Where's that come from? FIFO. Okay, so when you buy something, you will get an email. You may get an email a few days later. Doesn't come from us. It comes from, it says, you just recently bought at Jewelry Maker. Would you like to leave a review? That's us. Don't just delete it. That's us. It has to be an independent body, FIFO, right? Now, Hannah's worked how she can show you that. Oh, here goes another one. Oh, no, this is going to be it now. Used a couple of times, cutting out fabric, very easy to use, from Wendy in the West Midlands. I bet that's Wendy Orlando. Right. The other thing I was going to show you was, earlier, if you could work out how you could cut all sorts of shapes and everything from this. You could do your hexes and all sorts with this, because you've got your lines on here as well, like your 45, your 30, and there you go, 30, 45 and 60 degree lines on there. So you can cut your triangles, you can cut hexes and everything. Yes, it does feel like £64.99. Yes, I know you'll be thinking, oh, but yes. The amount you're going to use it, well, now the one thing I will say is it's got a handle here. Don't hang it by that handle. Ooh. Anna did that and broke it. It comes in a really lovely box, right? A flat box. I would store it in the flat box. If you've not got space to keep it out, store it in the flat box, then it's nice and safe. Shove it underneath your table or something like that till you need it. 2 left, that's all I've got now. 2 left, that's all I've got. Right, let me pack that away. Oh, Jean, great item, very useful. That's not even on FIFO. She just wanted to tell us, righty-ho. You do need a cutting mat, remember, though. You do need to put on a cutting mat. Right. Right, where am I going now? Right, I've got a selection of pins here to show you. Oh, Wendy Orlando, not me, John, on my wish list, though. Had to play with it the other day. I bet she did. Right, so I want these first. These are quilting pins, fine. These have got little, now what's the heads? Oh, they're heat resistant. You're all right, they're heat resistant. These have got like orange and green. I've not seen these before. Can you come in on those, Emma? There you go, look. That's what I said, you've got orange and green. Orange at the top and green at the bottom. That's Emma. I'm talking to Emma now. I'm just coming over to see how Hannah's doing. Oh, she's doing ever so well. I think you're going to be very impressed when you come over. Okay, so that's the... they're lovely pins. I've not seen these. $9.99. Heat resistant, glass headed, suitable for ironing. They've got orange heads and green heads they have, right? Then I've got the ones you know more about, the flower headed pins. Don't iron over these. Pins glide smoothly through fabric. No, that doesn't say that at all. With its sharp finish, pins glide through fabric smoothly. 100 pins in there. Yellow, green, white and orange. The picture on the website might only show 2 colours. $10.99 for 100 pins. They're going to last you. They're all the ones that we have in the little tray by the side of the desk here. $10.99. Oh no, what? $10.99. Then I've got, oh, these are double pins. These are fantastic for your matching seams. So when you're doing your quilting, if you want your seams to be bang on. Now, I know all pins are sharp. These are really, really sharp. So please be careful with these. Graphics will come in a second. $8.99. These are the Clover fork pins, 35. Well, really, you get like 70, aren't you? Because each one's got 2 prongs on it. Look, you can see there on the picture. £8.99 for those. They all come in their little boxes as well, so they're nice and safe to keep as well. Okay. Now, I've only got 2 more things to show you, really. Bonder web for a applique. We should have shown these with the Helen Newton patterns earlier, shouldn't we? There. It's all right, Emma, because Hannah's nearly done now. $2.99. The Bonder web. This is a strip that's 120 centimetres long, 17.5 centimetres wide. One of those would be plenty big enough to do one of the Helen Newton kits. £2.99. I'm not sure why this made it to this hour. Oh, hang on. Bonder web reviews very quickly. Here you go. Right. Must-have product for applique from Crafter in County Antrim. They've got to make these writing bigger. I can't. Can I read it on here? Oh, hang on. No. Got as a present for the project. Got as a present for one of the... Vanessa, I don't know what you mean by that one. Bury St Edmunds. We haven't heard from Stuart today, have we? Jan, excellent applique product. Says Jan in Lincolnshire. And Jane in Kent says, fairly priced sewing room essential. These are fascinating, aren't they? I hope they don't start doing them about presenters. Fairly priced, yeah. Right, I don't know how this came in this hour. Your ironing finger. I want to see the FIFOs on this. So this, I bought this for Ali as a present, right? This is a Clover iron finger. You can use it to iron on. You can turn out corners. You can press seams open with it. It's heat resistant. Okay. $15.99. Looks as expected. Still to use the item from Nancy May. Oh, we're not supposed to do those? Anyway, it's brilliant. It's brilliant because you can turn out with this end. It's completely silicone. It's hard. You can iron over it. Press open your seams with it. Also, I'll tell you what else it's good at is if you're pressing something, you don't want to put your fingers too close to the iron. You can use that end to when you're ironing like this, just to hold the seam open, as it were. $15.99. Oh, there's Stuart. I just said we've not heard from Stuart, didn't I? Decide to go to the shop today, sort out deliveries, now playing catch up. Oh, there he is. There he is. Right. Okay. Right. I've got a quilt and then we'll show how Hannah's getting on with the thing. Right. Oh, this is nice. Look at this one. Here is my entry for International Quilt Day. I made this fish quilt for this septuagenarian neighbour who helped me build a playhouse for my boys. I designed it. He knew how best to put it together. It's got FPP, bars yellow and Lone Stars. I hope you like it. And that's from whom, sorry? Claire. That's incredible. You've got bars yellow. You've got everything going on in there, haven't you? Brilliant. Fantastic. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's nice. Hi, John and crew. Here's a picture of my first quilt. I made the cushions too from Pat. Oh, Pat. Oh, they're cathedral window cushions. Are they cathedral windows? Yeah, they are, aren't they? Oh, beautiful. You're all such an amazing, talented lot out there, aren't you? Okay, so the graphics are back. Oh, hang on, there's another one, sorry. My Bargello again, waiting to be sandwiched after lockdown from Karen. Lovely. I love a Bargello. Oh, and another one. Hi, John and team. This is the quilt I made for my daughter. She wanted monochrome, and I thought, oh no, I hate black and white. But it turned out quite nice, and I was very pleased at the result. Love the show. John, you brighten up the day. Oh, thank you, Judy from Norfolk. It does work nicely together, doesn't it? Very random. Oh, another one. Oh, this is the one that Susie made. Now, Susie's in with me tomorrow. No, I'm not in tomorrow. I'm not in tomorrow, so it can't be tomorrow she's in. Wednesday. Susie's in with me on Wednesday. You've made that quickly, Linda. Hi, everyone on Sewing Street. Just want to share the quilt I've made from Susie. Oh, it says it in there. Susie Denton's table and a kit and an extra charm pack. I use my embroidery machine for the large bees. Oh, how lovely. Delighted with how it's turned out. Thanks for bringing us lovely fabrics and ideas from Linda in Melton Mowbray. Isn't that where the pies come from, Melton Mowbray? Isn't that where you come from?
No, it's where near where my parents live.
Oh, near where her parents live now.
Near where Emma's from.
Oh.
She's
Are you from around there, Emma? Melton Mowbray, near Rutland? No.
Emma in the gallery. I mean,
Oh, not Emma in the gallery. I'm Emma. Anyway, shush. Have you done that jigsaw?
Yeah.
Look! Can we see it from upstairs camera? 1999. You just put in the last one in. Wait, the camera's not on you yet. Right, last one going in now. Does that fit? Do you have to force that in? Well done, Hannah. So how big is it, please?
It's
29 and a half
inches.
But
19.5.
19.5. Just slide it to the right a little bit so we can see the whole. Watch it doesn't fall off the table. Wow, well done, Hannah. Oh, are you getting a clap from the gallery as well? Yeah. I do now need to say something. Excuse me, how long's this Emma worked here? She's just gone, on to you, Scott. Do you think I'm Scott Worsley with no hair? I don't know who that is. Anyway, we have to say thank you to Ian, who, I don't know what his title is, but he works here, right? And he's done it. And it took him how many hours?
It took him 3 days.
Oh, 3 days it took him. 3 days it took him. Another look at it. That's your finished quilt there in a portfolio. Oh, quilt, sorry. It's quilt. Quilt jigsaw. Right, we better go, because Emma is up now doing a masterclass in things to do with quilting, like finishing off and making a sandwich and everything. Not a proper sandwich, I'm starving. A quilt sandwich and everything. We will see you in 3 minutes from now.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay 1 postage and packaging. Happy shopping! If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay 1 postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay 1 P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again. If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street fans and Yarn Lane TV fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
While we're having to spend more time at home again, we're here to keep you busy and entertained. Sewing Street will be live every day from 8 AM, bringing you plenty of demonstrations with our experts in dressmaking, quilting, bag making, toy making, needle felting, embroidery, and so much more. Our community of fellow sewists on the Sewing Street fans Facebook group are there to chat to you about whatever you're making, sharing photos and advice. Check out the Sewing Street Facebook and Instagram pages for fun competitions and offers.
Where are you up to on yours then, Hannah? I'm nearly 1 o'clock on mine. Oh, Hannah's still at 9 AM on hers. Right. Remember, it's International Quilting Day today. We can't show any more pictures, I'm afraid, because Emma's got a lot to do in this hour, and then we'll obviously go to Yarn Lane. But thank you ever so much for sending you pictures. However, the competition is still up and running. So if you buy anything from me, on the telly or from Yarn Lane or from the website, your name will go into a virtual hat. And tomorrow, Vix will tell you, halfway through her show, roughly 10 o'clock-ish, she will tell you who has won that creative grid ruler. And you just come in, just buy something. You just buy something. Right, so this hour is more of a masterclass than a shopping hour, but I have got things for sale. So let me take you through everything I've got here, and then everything I've got here, at some point, Emma and I will chat about it during the hour. So I'm going to start with wadding, because obviously when you do quilting, wadding is very, very important. Now, I don't know how much of this we've got, but it always, the other day it sold out. We've got some more in, but I don't know how long it'll last for. This is wadding, 80/20 wadding by the half metre. So you choose, because obviously I've got these coming up in different sizes, but this one, you choose how much you want. It's £6.99 for half a metre. It's 244 centimetres wide, which means it's about, oh, the tape measure's gone. I've got it, found it. So it's quite wide, 244 centimetres is 4 times, oh, it's 100 inches wide. 100 inches wide. Oh, well, 250 would be 100 inches, wouldn't it? Because you get 2.5 centimetres. So it's literally just less than 100 inches. This one measured 100 inches. But anyway, it's gorgeous. It's lovely. Oh, it's 80/20. It's a really, really lovely wadding. As I say, each time we bring it to you, it sells out. So I don't know what's going to happen this morning. But, oh no, it's still morning. Blimey, it's a long morning today, isn't it? £6.99 for half a metre. Now, how much have I got, Hannah? Okay. Now, this is the wadding that we normally sell 100 units when we introduce it. We normally sell 100 units straight out like that. Today, I've got more than that, so we should be all right. But 100 units. There was one week, not last week, the week before, every single day 100 units went. And on the last day, it was birthday week, I had 100 units and it sold it. Yeah, well, I sold 100 units last time I was on because that's all I had. And we had people missing out. So I've got more than 100 units today if you want some of this. But it is lovely. We'll talk about wadding during the show. £6.99. Oh, actually, if you bought either of the kits earlier, the Kaleidoscope or the green one, you're going to need some wadding for it. This is lovely. This is beautiful wadding. 100 inches wide, and you can buy it by the half metre. And also, it doesn't... So if you buy 3 metres, you will get a 3 metre piece. You don't get them cut up into half metre pieces. You will get a 3 metre piece if you want 3 metres. Oh, it's Vaseline. It's Vaseline. Yeah, we sourced it from there in case you want to get that. Right, okay, so I'll put that there. Now, you might not want to buy it by the half metre. You might want it already cut. So this is a queen size, which is 90 inches by 108 inches. This, again, is your 80/20. 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Maintains loft, exceptional resilience, needles wonderfully. Fantastic, isn't it? Also, if you ever see this, don't panic, because it's talking about the bag, not the batting inside. Yeah, because it's saying do not put in cribs, beds, carriages or playpens. You think, what? But actually, it's the bag it's talking about. So that's £32.99. That is 90 inches by 108 inches. Actually, that shows what good value the half metre is, doesn't it? Oh, no, some people want it already done, but for a project, but I'm just saying it just shows what good value. That's why we sell hundreds and hundreds of metres of it every week, because it shows what good value by the half metre is. Okay, so that's £32.99. This one here is crib size. If you want to have a quick go, a lap quilt or something, this is 45 inches by 60 inches. Always make sure, though, I'm sure Emma will tell you this, that your batting is slightly bigger than your quilt, because it will cinch in as you're doing your quilting. This, again, is your 80/20, 45 by 60 inches. Or that one will sell out. That's very popular, that one. Very, very popular. Okay. Right, I've got 505 spray. All these will be discussed during the hour. Now, this one sells out quickly as well. 505 is when you put fabric to fabric, it's repositional. So if you're putting your wadding and your backing together, this is excellent, £7.99. It is repositional, so don't worry if you spray your wadding, put your fabric down and it's all lumpy and bumpy and got whatever. Oh, hang on, we've got a what's it? A FIFO. Oh, this is it now. This product does what it... Sorry, I'm looking that way, but the writing's over that side. Does what it says on the tin. Makes layering fabric much easier, from Diana from the Isle of Man. They've been promising us a screen over there, because what happens is when we come to this desk, we look at you there, but the actual screen we have to look at is down here. So that's why sometimes you see us going like that, because it's they did promise us one over there. Anyway, $7.99. I wouldn't be able to read it if it was all the way over there, to be honest. But that's going to sell out again today. Righty-ho. Next. Curved safety pins. Now, these must be very, very, very important, because we left yesterday, locked up, went home, everything like that. When we came in this morning, someone had been in and put these on the desk with a big note saying, they actually said for the 9 o'clock show, but here we are at the 11 o'clock show. But obviously very important. Emma obviously asked for these, $4.99. These are curved safety pins, 150 of them. £4.99. Reusable over and 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 over again. Yeah, well, we'll ask Emma how many, if 150 is enough for a big quilt, or if you need to buy 2 boxes, but $4.99. Righty-ho. Now, I've got this batting tape, which Emma and I will talk about later. If you've got pieces of batting, and you think, oh, it's not quite big enough to do my quilt or anything, you can join them together. However, if you seam them or overlay them, you get a big ridge, and you don't want that, do you? What you do is you can butt your 2 pieces together and press this on. Now, practice with a little bit first before you do it, but you can put your 2 pieces together, run this along the seam and press it so it joins them together, but they're just butted edge to edge. $7.99. Batting is another word for wadding, just so you know. It's American, isn't it, batting? Princess says, what size is your water bottle? Oh, Princess, we're doing sewing. It's 2 litres, and it's from Amazon. And it's the one with the straw. Hannah bought exactly the same one as me, and she threw the box away. The straw was in the box. And mine come with a straw cleaner and everything. $7.99. So I do this, right? I'm kind of very ladylike with mine, and I just go like this. Hannah has to go glug, 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 like that with her, so it's not particularly... We make sure she's all right, yeah. Anyway, that's the batting one. Ow. That's the batting one. Now, we did have... she's got to 1 p.m. now, because she's just glugged it and then hit her microphone with it. Right. Now, earlier, we did have some K-Facet extra wide battings sold out. We had some white-on-white battings, which is... Oh, okay, we might bring them back for a recap during this hour. I haven't got them here. But also, we'll talk to Emma about this later, you don't need to buy extra wide. You can piece backings as well. So we'll talk to Emma about that later. So what we've done is we've done some bundles of fabrics that you could piece, because they're quite... Now, when we've done these in the past, people buy them anyway for their stash, not for quilt backings or anything, but they're like 2.5 meters, aren't they, and things like that. So they're nice bundles to buy. I've got 2 ivory ones. Right, this will be the 3.5 metre ivory, this one here then. They're not extra wide. These are 44 inches wide, machine washable, 100% cotton. We've just said that. She wasn't listening while she was drinking. She said, Emma's going to talk about piecing backings. I was like, yeah, I've just said that. Hang on. Why is there a saving on this one? Who? Oh, you can thank Hayley for this. Hayley's knocked off £1.50 off this one for some reason. 3.5 metres of ivory cotton. £22.93. There she is, spending my wages. £22.93. You get 3.5 metres of ivory cotton. Now, the cotton is the Rose and... It's lovely. Rose and Hubble cotton that we use all the time. 3.5 metres on that bundle. Okay. I've got another ivory bundle here. What's this one then? Oh, this is a 2 metre bundle, this one. Exactly the same fabric, but a 2 metre. She knocked any money off this one? Oh, she knocked £1.50 off that as well. Okay. She just does what she likes, that girl, doesn't she? £12.46. That one's very popular already. Oh, so popular there's only 4 left. Jackie says, I've ordered the ivory bundle. I use it for my Helen Newton cushions. There you go. You see, you don't have to use it For the bundles, for the quilt, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. Lots of people saying, well done to Hannah for the jigsaw. She didn't really do it. Somebody said, wouldn't it look lovely if you framed it and put it on the craft room wall? That would be nice. Right, which colour would you like me to go to next then? Sorry? Oh. Be with you in a minute. Sky blue first. 3.5 metres. It's very bright sky, isn't it? Oh, look. There's a saving on this one as well. Oh, there's a saving on all of them. Wonder what Hayley was doing then. Anyway, 22.93, saving £1.50. 3.5 metres of your beautiful blue. Now the thing is, you can make a dress out of it if you wanted to. 3.5 metres. You can make whatever you want out of it. It's just a bundle we've called backing and binding, but you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. Just had Hayley doesn't know anything about quilting, does she really? And then she's always backing and binding this one. Somebody in the office will have told her to put that. And my luck, she'll just turned her telly on. She'll hear me say that. Yes. Don't be negative about Hayley. Right. That wasn't Hayley that said that to me. Right, next. Sapphire. 3.5 metres again. This is a lovely colour, isn't it? Yeah, the 505 sold out, but we will still demo it. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. £22.93, saving £1.50. Oh, sorry. Look, I said Jackie's ordered the bundle and her husband walked into the room as I said it. Oh, hang on. Is it from Hayley? Oh, here we go. I have a great tip for best press, says Sue. I'm a bit rubbish at spraying a nice fine mist. Nicked a hairdresser's water mist bottle from my daughter and filled it with best press. It's brilliant. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Squirty bottle. The thing is, the bottle comes with a squirty thing anyway. Okay, that's £22.93 for the blue, the sapphire blue. Okay, then. Is it rose? This is rose, 3.5 metres. This is the last of the big bundles. I've got 2 smaller bundles coming up in a minute. Saving £1.50. Blush, it's not rose at all, it's called blush. Blush, this one. Blush backing and binding. Saving £1.50, £22.93. My friend Dawn's bridesmaids were that colour. Go back to the early 80s. Okay. Then I've got 2 smaller bundles. Which one first? Chartreuse. Oh, no, chartreuse. Here, this is one. Oh, we love this colour, but it is about to sell out. This would look lovely with that green quilt behind me, wouldn't it? £12.46, this one. That's 2 metres. You're still saving £1.50. We'll get Hayley to do bundles more in the future, I think. Put savings on for you. Oh, there's too many people. Right, if you got that in your basket, you need to check out. Not all of you are going to get it. Oh, it's sold out now. Sold out. Right, this is teal. I'm thinking. Oh, now on my screen in here, it looks very blue. On this screen with me on the table, it might be my monitors in here. That's the colour it is. You see the difference between those 2 screens there, Emma? Mm-hmm. On that one, no, both Emmas, but yeah. that one looks navy blue on that one, doesn't it? But it looks, it's definitely a dark teal, this one. Yeah, don't look at it on that one. Stay on this one. Stay on this one. Oh, and also the labels have come off. Okay, right, that's it. Is there anything you just need me to recap before we go to Emma, expert Emma? No? All right then. Expert Emma. What are we going to see first?
Layering up first.
Okay.
So after your quilt top is done, next start layering up. So like you said, preparing backing. You have to think about backing. The bundles,
obviously you're using your own fabric.
Yes,
there,
this is when I just dug it out. This is one of my put it aside for backing when I need it, and yeah, it was one of those. So usually And this was a 40. This isn't an extra wide. This is just a normal wide one.
Like 44 inches. Yeah.
Yes. Now, normally, when we piece them together, what I would recommend, and this is for those people who are afraid of ripping, this is the perfect time to get ripping fabric.
Right.
You like ripping.
I do, yeah.
The reason to rip is, well, twofold. One, you're going to get a nice straight edge. First and second of all, remember we talked earlier about when you take the fabric off the roll, you got to square it up basically before you cut it. Ripping does that for you.
Yes.
Now you don't necessarily want to rip it. Well, you can rip it if you're going to cut strips, but you have to cut. You have some wastage because you're going to need to cut that wavy edge off.
Yes.
But for backing, you're going to need extra anyway, so it's perfect to get that nice straight edge.
And it basically, when you rip, it rips on the grain of the fabric,
Exactly.
doesn't it? So it rips in a straight line. Sometimes you've got scissors, you can veer off, or rotary cutters, you can veer off. Whereas if you just want a big square, and it rips both ways, warp and weft,
Yes.
you can literally just nip the end and rip it, and it will rip down the grain of the fabric.
It's very very therapeutic.
Also, when I first started, that's how all the fabric shops used to cut the fabric.
I remember. Yeah.
That nobody had a rotary cutter and a ruler. They'd measure it
And
with a
rip-
yard rule, snip it with their scissors, and then just cut across the. I mean, not cut, rip across the
Yeah,
fabric.
actually, if you go to Fabric Festival of Quilts, that's where I usually get all my dress fabrics. There's one guy there who's great. They do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because big rolls. There's no way you can get it.
And also, when we used to do calico, we'd go to the front desk at Wimbledon School of Art. You'd say, oh, you didn't have to pay for it. You'd say, I need 3 meters. You'd measure 3 meters, and then you'd literally just rip it up. Anyway.
Yeah, perfect. So yes, so get ripping. So normally, what I'd recommend for piecing a back together is rather than having 2 lengths with a seam right down the middle, take your 2 lengths, but then with one of the lengths, literally fold it in half, find the middle, and rip lengthways down the middle.
Right, so why wouldn't you have one down? Why wouldn't you have one? If you've got 2 44-inch fabrics, why would you rather have 2 seams than 1 seam?
One, it's visual. So because your eye is naturally drawn to the middle of something, your eye is going to naturally be drawn to that seam where you might not necessarily want it. Sorry.
You're right, do you want some water? Should we get Mikey to bring some water in for you?
Yeah, I think
Mikey, water,
Where's
please.
The cleaner?
I can't. What do you need?
Oh, it's here. Sorry, I'm going to duck down and get some hand.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you sanitizer. Or was it falling off the table? Sorry.
Yeah, it's gone. There we go. So there's that, and then also it's a little bit structural. So you've got 2 rather than 2 holding it together, rather than just one central one.
Oh yeah. So the pressure goes on two seams and everything.
Yeah.
Got it. Is that Mikey coming in with water? No, he's letting you joke.
So that's the first thing.
Right.
Oh, and also when you do that, when you rip it in half, on the one panel the length that you've got left, you can also rip. Well, you should also rip the selvage edges off.
Yeah.
So you can literally just, like you said, snip it and then just rip both of them
But also,
off.
sometimes people will use for their back, they're not going to use all chartreuse. They might have chartreuse
Oh,
and
yeah,
sky.
yeah, pieced.
And then if you did it in 3, then it looks nice. You've got chartreuse, and a different
so
colour
middle
down the middle or something
Yes.
like that.
Or even
doesn't it?
completely pieced.
Oh, Hannah, can you ask Mikey to come in with some water for Emma?
Oh, here's Hannah.
Oh, here's Hannah's
Bless
coming
you.
now. How are you going to pass that over?
If you put it on the desk.
Yeah. Hang on, we've got wipes, so you can wipe it.
Okay.
No, don't.
Oh.
No. She's got it on the end of the Fiskars ruler, so she can be over 1 metre away. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you very much. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honestly. Sorry,
Much
yeah,
better.
carry on. So
Yes.
yeah, so sometimes you can piece the whole thing.
Whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yes. So once you've got your backing ready, I always fold it into quarters. So I've got it folded in half.
Yes.
But it's not as neat. Michael actually helped me. Mikey did ironing on this morning.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
At
he helped
home?
me. No, just now.
Oh, we haven't got a big iron, though.
No, he
the
did
big
it on a
iron's
little.
in here. He could come to get the big
Oh, he
iron.
had the big iron, but he had a little tiny
Oh.
pressing thing. So yeah, he was very sweet. So I fold it into quarters. It's not very neatly now, but yeah, fold it into quarters. And then it just allows you to unfold it. And I usually layer it up on the floor.
Right.
Or if you've got a big table or back in the day when you used to be able to go to a village hall, or you used to be able to put tables together. So then it allows you to open it up, so it's all nice and sort of easy and straight.
Yeah.
So it's back.
Now, if you haven't got
Right
if you
side
haven't
down.
got a big table, you're saying you do yours on the floor.
Floor, yeah. Do it on the floor. So I literally have to move furniture out of the way,
Right.
lay it down on the floor. So I'm just going to lay this out. Make sure it's all smooth and straight. Obviously, I've got extra threads there.
Right.
And then all around the edge with some masking tape or duct tape.
Or you can use wishy-washy tape.
You need something a little bit stronger.
Oh, okay. No,
A little bit
because he
stronger.
said that, because I'd automatically think of wishy tape, yeah.
Yeah. Something that's going to hold it quite well. I'm just going to put this here. And then you tape down the edges. So I tape down, put little bits of tape just to hold the edge down onto the floor or onto the table on this side.
So what was the second one you said? Masking tape or what did you say?
Duct tape.
Duct tape. Is that like the electrical tape?
Yeah, or the silver, the fat silver
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah. So do this side first, and I'll tack it down. So maybe about every 6 inches or so, so it's quite well down.
So when you're on the floor, just stick it to the floor or the carpet?
I just stick it to the carpet. It all comes up. So,
Yeah.
And then do the same on the opposite side, pulling it sort of taut so it's nice and straight and smooth. And then do both edges the same way.
Right.
So your backing is basically stuck to the floor or the table, so it's nice and smooth. And then once you've done that, take your wadding, and then I usually fold it in the same way, so in the quarters.
Yeah, so it's easy to unfold.
Yeah, I've just got to make sure there's a correct way and a wrong way. Okay.
Okay, so this is what Hannah needs to know, because she's got a quilt to do.
Yes.
How do you tell the right way and the wrong way?
So if you look at the wadding, because of the way it's made, it's needle punched, isn't it?
Yeah.
Top to bottom. So on the top of the wadding, there are sort of punch holes, so dimples.
Yeah.
And on the underneath, there are sort of more bits where it sticks up.
So is
so
it more
pimples.
fluffy? Is it more fluffy? Let me see
It's
on
kind of
this
hard,
one.
if you can tell. Yes, it is more fluffy on the back side than on the front.
Yeah.
And this is all for cotton and bamboo waddings.
Okay,
Polyester
so on one side, on this side, I can see lots and lots and lots of holes.
Okay.
And on this side, I can't see the holes quite so much because it's more fluffy. Does that mean this is the right side?
Yes,
That's the
dimples.
top.
Yeah.
Oh, dimples, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this side, because it's pushed the fabric through, it's
Dimples.
more, not fluffy, but it's kind of pushed the
Yeah.
loose thread through from this side to that side. as it
Yes.
were. Yeah.
Yes. So you want dimples up, pimples down,
Right.
basically. And then I unfold it the same way, smooth it out. You don't need to tape or this one down, just leave it loose,
Okay.
but smooth. Now, I'll show you what I've done with this one. So on this one, I've used that tape because it wasn't quite wide enough
Right.
and long enough. So I've got a
That's
join.
the batting tape we just had a minute ago.
Yeah. So invariably you do get leftovers from
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly fine to join them. Now this is the first time I've used this actually.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I usually butt them up against each other and do a zigzag across
On your machine?
on my machine. Quite wide and quite long, so it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be quite anywhere too dense. But this is really nice because it just makes it so it feels like one whole piece.
Yes, yeah.
There's no overlap.
No,
like
because if
you
you
said.
zigzag, you are definitely going to have, even if you put
bit
them
of an
edge to
impression.
edge, if you zigzag across it, you're still going to have a line of stitches, which even though it's only a thread's width, that is adding something to the thickness.
It is.
I also, if you can do herringbone stitch by hand, depends how big
yeah.
the quilt is, and go from one, almost like you do a pair of trousers, hidden pair of trousers,
Yeah.
but you do it, go through that one, then through that one, then through that one. So they're just edge to edge, but the stitches are a couple of inches long just to hold it. But then you don't know what might happen when you then put your layers together. It might move.
Exactly. So this has been really nice. So I've only done one layer
Yeah.
on this one, so you can see the cut edge. Possibly you can see the cut edge.
Can you see? Oh, yeah, you can see it there. Yeah.
So if I open it up, you can see maybe
Yeah, you
it's
can
sort
see
of
that.
opening up in the middle
Yeah.
because it's on the bottom. this piece, I've actually done it top and bottom. So if you wanted it to be belts and braces and be sure.
Oh, so you've put the tape on the underneath, make sure it's and then you ironed it onto the top as well. Okay.
Yep.
All the fluff from this batting's getting into my eyes.
Oh,
then.
no.
That's right. Derek says, quilt on the floor. You've obviously not got cats, but you have good cats.
I do have cats. I have to shoe them. Yeah. I have
And
to shoe
get
them.
Mikey to hoover before you do it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I always hoover. Shall I admit it? It's possibly, actually, when I'm doing stuff on the floor with my quilts, it's probably the only time I do hoover.
Oh, okay.
I do have a lady that comes in once a week.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's the only time,
Properly hoover.
probably hoover. So there. And once you've got that all smooth, then you do the same thing. Let me chuck that down a bit more. Yeah, with the cats, I find, especially now because I'm doing more work at home with my real job.
You do what, sorry?
I'm doing more work at home with
Yeah,
my
of course,
real.
yeah.
So we have the Zoom calls, and I have to make sure that they are fed, especially in the afternoon, that they're fed and watered, because then they just go to sleep and leave me alone.
Take that one that during your Facebook lives as
Oh,
well.
Link.
Link.
Yeah.
Oh, that somebody sent a message in earlier, and I didn't read it out because I didn't understand it. Because it said there's one thing missing from Emma's display, Emma's demo, and I was like, "Oh, no!" It was from a friend of ours, and then it went link, and I thought, "Oh, I don't understand that." So link, so that people are so used to seeing you with Link the cat on your table. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it was Lintuit that sent that, and I didn't read it because I didn't
yeah.
understand it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think, the people who are on the other end get a worse view than I do, because usually it's face towards me.
Lo says, lovely Saturday morning. Jeff doing his thing, and I'm changing the display from spring to Easter in our window. Oh, get you, Lo. Claire says, I've got 2 boys. They used to be allowed all over the quilts. Oh, the cats, these are.
Oh.
They used to be allowed Oh, no, hang on. No, not the cats. I've got 2 boys. They used to be all over the quilts on the floor. Now they help me pin it.
That's nice. It's nice to have a good extra pair of hands when you're doing
Okay,
this, for sure.
but now, the other thing I need to say is if you buy a long arm quilter, you don't have to do any of this, do you? Because you can do it on the long arm quilting machine, can't you?
Yeah, I do it. I layer it all up on the machine. If I'm going to hand quilt, I'll still do this part.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, on the machine, everything goes separately. So the backing gets loaded up first, then the wadding laid on, and then the top on top of that.
We had the pinhole quilters on here a couple of weeks ago, and they showed how you have the 3 layers. You don't have to do any of this.
No.
But then that would cost you £8,000 or £5,000, wouldn't it? So it's
Yeah.
So you've taken the bottom one, the fabric. The fabric is stuck to the floor with the tape.
Yes.
At this
Right
moment,
side
have you sprayed it or anything, done anything, or you've just laid the wadding on top of the one?
Just laid it on. So because I'm just going to show the pinning way first.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But the spray way is similar, only there's an extra step.
Right, hang on a sec. We've got a question saying somebody's bought the Kaleidoscope Quilt Prime. Would the Queen one be big enough? The Queen one is 90 by 108, so it would be, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually layering this up. Needs to be moved a little bit more.
Queen wadding's in the graphics at the moment.
So I recommend allowing, I think technically you're supposed to allow 6 inches all the way around of your backing and your wadding. I think you can get away with 4.
Yeah.
And that's what I recommend on my long arm quilter, and even sometimes on the edges I can go narrower than that, but just as a safety measure.
Lynn's watching. Said, John, it was me that mentioned Link. I knew it was you, Lynn. I did say. Like the hamlet that Lo lives in, do a window display for the children to do a treasure hunt.
Oh.
You don't let them in the house, do you?
No, our village does that actually. They did. They usually do it for Christmas.
What?
Usually do it for Christmas. So
Right, no, because our Long Marston ladies do I don't know when they do it, but they go around the village and they have to. They haven't done it this year, obviously, because they've locked down. But like my house was one of the clues once, and they had to come to the door, and I had to give them a voucher to say that they'd been there. And they had, like a treasure hunt sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's no interaction. They just have to look at something.
No, ours had interaction. So I had constant ladies coming to the door, and I had to give them the token, say yes, you're in the right place, and then they got back to the end, and if they had all the tokens, they got a prize and things. We didn't do it this year.
No.
Anyway, so
Right.
you've pinned, so that's just laid on top for now.
It is.
Yeah.
Can't get it quite smooth, but yes. So it's just laid on top. You've got your extra all the way around, and then it's just a case of pinning. And these are all my pins.
Oh my word.
I leave them open because it's
Yeah.
easier.
And that's
basically.
really weird because when we used to be at Sewing Quarter, remember Jane Alcock? She would do lots of her quilts in the prep room, and we'd come in and this box would be open with all the pins would still be open in it. So she'd use them to do
Yeah.
her layering and then leave them open in the box.
Yeah, because it's so much easier. Then you got, yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So then it's just a case of pinning it all over. And I don't usually pin it across any seams or anything like that.
Right.
You do have to be kind of aware of where your quilting is going to be.
Do you start anywhere in particular?
I tend to start in the middle and work out,
Right.
just because then you can smooth everything out as you go. And only about maybe a hand's width apart.
Uh-huh.
I usually can get away with that. If you've got quite a loose polyester, I would do it a little bit more dense than that.
Okay. You mean the 100% polyester, because this is 80-20.
Yes,
so
the 100% polyester.
Gerardine says, hello, John Nemma. How relaxing this
Oh,
morning
hi.
is. I'm trying to tidy up my sewing room to make room for more stuff. Having a break with coffee and one of Lisa Marie Taylor's raisin and oat cookies. Oh, we made those on my show a couple of weeks ago. And they're fantastic. They're really, really delicious.
That's
Anyway,
good. Actually, I think you made last night sounding good. Does it
Oh, yeah,
come
ma'am.
out like a Yorkshire pudding type thing?
yeah, well, it's flatter. It does
Oh,
because
okay.
it's chickpea flour, so there's no gluten in it or anything like that, and it's good for you. It's from actually from a book that Lo
Okay.
recommended. And they're called farinatas or farinatas, something like that. And basically, it's just water, salt, a tiny bit of salt, and the chickpea flour made into a batter, put in the fridge the night before, and then you heat the tin really, really hot with a little bit of olive oil on the top of the oven, on top of the
Oh,
cooker.
yeah, that's right.
Pour the farinata in, and I think maybe my tin wasn't big enough,
Wide
and it
enough,
was a bit too
too
deep
deep.
in the middle, so it didn't. So it tasted delicious, but it was a bit
Yeah.
gloopy in the middle. And because I was coming here today, I was thinking, oh, I can't have an upset tummy.
No, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was delicious. Right,
So yeah, so I'll just do a couple more, but that is the basic
Yeah.
idea.
okay.
Actually, I'll leave that like that.
So now, at this point, do you know what kind of quilting you're going to be doing on there? And do you put the pins in? Because if you're going to be doing echo quilting or going to the seams, you don't go anywhere near the seams or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much
Right.
because as you move the quilt, as you do some quilting, you have the ability to take these out quite easily and replace them. So if it's going to be in your way, you just take it out and
Yeah.
then move it to the side or
Do
something.
you have one of those? I don't know if we've got them in stock at the moment. It's like
Oh, there's
a
like
Kimball
price
taggy
good-
thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember, what would we call it? Quilting tool? No, what do we call it? Micro stitch tool, then.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you can sew over
Oh,
those,
okay.
but the only thing is you can't do it flat. You need a space underneath
Oh yes,
to
do
push
it
the blade through, to push
through.
the pin through. Because
I've
otherwise,
never actually tried one,
No.
but yeah, I have seen them. So that's not one I've actually tried.
okay.
So that's a quick way. The very traditional way of layering up and, layering up and basting is by actually doing big running stitches all the way along the quilt
Instead of the pins, or
Instead
once
of-
you put the pins in.
instead of the pins.
Oh, okay.
And I have done that a few times.
But does
back
that
in
not
the day.
get, when you're quilting, do they not get caught on things if they're big basting stitches? They
Yeah,
not get caught?
so I only did that for hand quilting. And again, I'd
Okay.
start in the middle and then I'd cut my basting threads and just take them out just in that area and then work my way out. So
Yeah.
your basting stitches, say if I was quilting this area, I still have basting stitches all the way around. And it's just one long thread. Ooh,
Oh, you're right.
that's the iron. One long thread running from one end to the other. So you can just cut it in the middle and just literally
Oh,
move
okay.
it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's that.
Okay.
Now, if you want to use the basting spray, which is I really like to use a basting spray if I'm going to machine quilt on a domestic machine.
Say this again. You would or you wouldn't?
I would,
Would. It's sold out at the moment, but we will be getting
Okay.
it back in stock.
Yeah.
505 spray.
because it just keeps everything nicely in place.
And where would you spray? What would you spray? At what point would you spray?
Okay, I would do the whole layering up ever so slightly differently,
Right.
because when you spray it, you actually want to apply the spray onto the wadding rather than onto the fabric.
Right, so you still stick your backing fabric to the floor or your table or whatever.
I would do it opposite. So I would have my wadding,
Right.
put my wadding down first,
Right.
but wrong side up,
Right.
spray that, and then layer my
Fabric onto
the
it.
top. And I would do it this way. So I would do it, so if I flip it all the way around.
Yeah, that makes more sense. So you've got the wrong side of the wadding facing
Face
up.
up.
Spray the wadding.
Yes, but okay.
Go, no. You go.
Lay your wadding wrong side up first.
Yeah.
Lay your backing on the top, smooth it all out, and then
Before any spray.
before any spraying, and then I just move the backing back a little bit, spray it, smooth it down, and
so
do it.
you don't do it. You don't go over the
No,
whole
just
thing.
do small bit at a time,
Yeah.
and make sure it's all smooth.
Yeah.
So if you work from one end to the other, so if I peeled my backing all the way back, or to the halfway point, say, and then go from the halfway point and do it in strips, smoothing it out this way,
Okay.
and then go around the other way, peel my backing back to the halfway point and go back that way. So
Right.
you've got it all smoothed out.
Okay, so that means that your backing and your wadding are then as one,
Yes.
and then what do you do?
Then you flip it over, do the
Right.
same with the front.
Okay, so you've then got the right side of your wadding facing up.
Yes.
So you then put the top on, your piece top on that, so it's in the right
Yep.
place, and then
Peel it
fold
back.
that back, but spray the wadding, not
Yep.
the top.
Yes.
Okay.
So everything is all stuck together, and that makes it so, because the problem I have was doing on a domestic machine is invariably the back rucks up a little bit compared to the front, and it's really hard to keep it smooth. But if you do both like that, then it is really nice and keeps it contained. It's a lot easier
Perfect,
to manage it, and yeah, you don't have to worry about anything shifting.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah, so
I don't
that is
know
that.
if I've got a question for you. Morning, John and Emma. Just joined you.
Morning.
I've been planting seeds and bulbs. Haven't got a garden, but
Oh.
my balcony will look beautiful when in bloom. I'll watch catch up later. That's Andy
Yay.
Lynn. Did you say you had a question, Hannah? Oh, thank you. Here you go. Hi, John. Really enjoyed the show this morning. Thank you. I'm swapping my winter cross stitch pictures for spring summer ones today from
Oh.
Lynn. Oh, Lynn, that's
Yay.
lovely. Right. So now what are we doing now?
Now we're going to do binding.
Perfect.
So this one is already, this is actually, I'm cheating. I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone with this.
Why? Because that's something you need to bind.
Yes. It's a mending job. This is one of my mum's quilts, and one of the dogs chewed the edge, so I'm having to replace the binding on it.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's okay. He's half my dog, so I can't
okay.
be upset with him.
Yeah.
I'll grab my machine.
Okay, we're just keeping the wadding in the graphics because obviously we've got nothing to sell during this bit. We just need to see.
Yeah.
It's the size you'd use on the quilt behind and the quilt behind me. Right, so.
Yes. So I have got, this is straight binding.
Right.
I usually cut, well, I always cut my strips, binding strips, 3 inches wide,
Right.
rather than a lot of people do 2.5 inches. I find 2.5 inches is just a little bit too narrow. So 3 inches for me is like the golden triangle.
Okay.
So I've done most of it because I wanted to show.
So you
how it
literally cut
finished.
width of fabric 3
3
inches
inches.
and then
Yep.
join them all together.
Yep, join them all together, and I'll show you how to join,
Okay.
maybe. There's my extra one. Okay, so I have cut the selvage edges off.
Right.
So this is a nice straight edge. Make sure this is correct. So I join them. Where's the
Yeah,
best place
you're
to
all
show?
right there. If you put it exactly where you are, it'd be perfect.
There. That's my end. My next
You
one.
join them before you start stitching, don't you?
Yes.
You haven't stitched anything onto a quilt. You're just making. So
Yeah.
you've measured all the way around your quilt, so you know at least how much you need.
Yeah.
But then you do quite a bit more, do you, than the actual? So say your quilt measured 400 all the way round. How much extra would you make?
Do. It depends. I usually do it in strips, so I just do the number of strips I need to actually cover that amount.
Okay.
So I don't worry about cutting
Exact,
strips.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So I just make sure I've got enough strips.
Yeah.
And then I set the other one on top at a right angle. So yeah, so this is partially done. So you have to pretend that this bit, this portion, we are doing before we've actually attached anything onto the
Yes.
quilt.
Yeah.
So I've got it at a right angle. And what I'm going to do So I'm going to sew, join them together from corner to corner.
Mm-hmm.
And you can mark that with a pen or friction pen or pencil. I'm just going to eyeball it.
Okay.
And that makes it joined at the bias, so it takes out the bulk, so you don't have one straight seam on your, oop, position it correctly. There we go. Scissors. There we go. And I would press them to the side rather than pressing the seams open.
Okay.
Just, it just adds a little bit more structure, sturdiness. When you press the seams open, I try not to do that as much as possible. There are times when on a particular block, quilt block, it really is better to press the seams open. But if you do, it just means that the only thing keeping those two pieces of fabric together is literally that thread.
Yes, yeah.
And if there's any strain and there's a break in the thread, there's a hole.
Yeah.
So that's like that. And then to start off, so this is where I started off sewing. So I fold the bias, well, it's not the bias, but the binding strip in half. By doing that and sewing it on, I've got 2 layers of fabric that go over my edge rather than just a one. So if you were to press it in like a regular bias binding, where you press the middle in like that and then over, you've only got that one layer across the edge.
I always wondered why people, because I was really shocked when I first went to work at Sewing Quarter and people did this, and I was like, why aren't they doing like a normal bias binding? But now I understand,
Yeah, so it's just extra protection.
Yeah, from the dogs when they chew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't work in this case.
No.
And then I tend to, rather than measuring kind of a seam allowance, I always go, I'll show you on here, maybe we can see I use the edge of my walking foot. I always use a walking foot to attach my binding. Use the edge of the walking foot as my seam allowance guide. So
this is why you do a 3-inch and then not a 2.5, because if you did that with a 2.5-inch, you wouldn't have enough
to
binding
quite
left
go
to get
over
and round, would you?
Yeah, and hide your stitches in the back. So yeah. I'm going to increase my stitch length to 3.
Right.
When you do machine quilting, it's always good to increase your stitch length to at least 3. Sometimes you can go a little bit more. It just makes it a lot easier to get through the machine, and you don't need tiny stitches for your quilting. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show the corner.
Right.
How you do a corner. So if I show you first how it's going to end up looking.
Okay.
This is my corner.
Emma's coming in now.
Okay.
There you go.
Good, good, good. This is what you'll end up looking like. So this is the first where you come along sewing, and then you fold over your binding, and then you stitch again down here. So when you turn it around, you've got a nice mitered corner like that when you want to flip it over.
Helen says, brilliant programme with Emma, very informative. The
got
backing fabric that Emma was using on the last thing wasn't something we sell, it was just something she'd brought in, and you'd bought it from Festival of Quilts or somewhere a while ago.
I don't even remember. I've had it for quite a while. I think
Yeah.
I bought it in like New Year's sales like 5 years ago or something, so yeah.
Maureen says, John and Emma, hello, I'm about to try twin needle quilting.
Oh.
But the Elna 680 instructions say use 60 weight thread or lighter, and I have 50 weight. Would it matter?
I think that would work. Give it, just do
The
a
50
test.
weight?
Yeah, 50
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
Because that's what I use in my long arm quilting machine, and it is quite fine. Yeah, give it a try.
Basically, the higher the number,
the finer
the finer the thread. So they're telling you to use a... But the difference between a 50 and a 60 is next to nothing, is it really? So I think you'll be absolutely fine. Margaret says, I've learnt so much this morning. Thank you, Emma.
Oh, yay. You're welcome.
Okay, I've got questions about wadding. What were they? We can maybe if we can talk them while we're stitching, because we're running out of time. Here you go. Hi, John and Emma. Really enjoying the show. Would you pre-wash the wadding before putting it together with the backing in the top from Alison in Newbury?
Okay, you can, but very carefully. The only reason you'd want to do that, so if you look at this quilt, this is 100% cotton and I didn't pre-wash any of the wadding. And
Is that not an antique quilt?
No.
Oh, it looks like an antique quilt from here. It's love. No, love. I think really like a family heirloom. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, sorry,
No.
go on.
But
You
you
didn't
can
wash
see,
anything?
I didn't wash any, well, I washed the fabrics, but not the wadding.
Right.
And you can get, it kind of puckers up a little bit after you've washed it. And a lot of people like that
Yeah,
sort
I
of
do.
antique-y look. If you don't want that, then I would at least
But when you wash
shrink.
batting, all the packets normally have thing, and you put it in a bath, don't you? You put it in a washing
bath.
machine, put it in a bath, and
Yeah.
bring it.
I have done it in the washing machine, but on the very gentle cycle and only on rinse. You only want to
Right.
get it wet. You don't need to actually wash it. It's just to get it wet and then to dry it so it shrinks a little
Oh, it's
bit.
too much hassle. And was there
I know.
another question very quickly? Very quick, because we're going about to run out of time, that's all. I'm just
Oh,
worried.
okay.
Use the premium cotton wadding for quilts, runners, etc. Would you recommend the same or alternative for wall hangings?
Oh.
Pamela.
I tend to like polyester for wall hangings actually because it lies quite nice and straight and it is a little bit poofy as
Yeah.
well.
It says that on the packet, I think. There's some on pre-order on the website now if you want some. Oh, Meryl, very quickly, sorry. Thank you so much this hour. I now know where I was going wrong. Thank you, Emma, and hugs to John. Marilyn,
Aw.
thank you very much indeed. Right, okay, so carry on.
Okay. So I've just done the corner. There we go. Now I'm going to have to speed the rest. How much time? Let's see.
Okay, so 8 minutes. You've got 8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Emma has a really lovely voice with a slight twang from somewhere, but I can't quite place it. We're not going there because that'll take an hour. It's
Yeah.
America, Amsterdam,
France,
and where she's now, Rutland.
Rutland, Peterborough.
Peterborough. But wherever she goes, well, not now because we're not travelling
No.
anywhere. But if she goes away for the weekend, she comes back and she's picked up that dialect or that. And because you're a botanist, you have to travel a lot, don't you, with plants and things. Not with plants, to do plant research and everything. So basically, she picks up. It's very funny when you work with Emma and she's during the week is in Holland or it's in somewhere else, and then she comes to sew at the weekend and it's a completely different twang, and then it disappears again, and then. And that's why she goes, go in.
Go in.
I'm just go in.
I don't know where that came from.
Oh, you know where that came from?
I don't.
Oh, no.
No.
I think it's Dutch. Don't you think that's a bit Dutch? Fantastic lesson this morning. I also do my quilt backing on the floor, except it's an 85 kilogram St Bernard. I have to try and push out the way from Carol in Renfrewshire. My word. Has he got a little barrel with brandy underneath his chin? So you're just sewing round now the edge of your walking foot to the raw edge of the fabric.
Yep.
And it's doubled over.
Yep. So I'll just show you how to end it. Oh, there we go. Get in there. A little bit more. Well, Mum would be happy. Her
Yeah,
quilt.
you get me. I love the way you're using your hour to finish your mum's quilt.
See. So I'm just going to do a little back stitch here. I'm going to leave it. This is
Yeah.
where I'm going to end for now.
Right.
So I've left a gap between the two ends.
Right.
You can leave a little bit bigger gap. It's sometimes easier if you do. So I'm just going to cut this off straight. I'm going to lay that out like that, so that I'm laying it out widthwise,
Yeah.
so it matches up the end.
Right.
And pull this one over.
Oh, you do a little, you don't tuck one into the other, you do a little wrap on yours
I
then.
do. Well, no, I'm just using that for measurements.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So then I want to cut this end right at the edge there. So that tells me how wide it needs to be. Like that.
Right.
And then you sew them together the same way that you sewed.
Oh, I see. Because
you've
I've
got
seen
a
other people
diagonal.
do a little tab over
Yeah,
it so the
that's
raw
how,
edges are all inside. Yeah.
What's his name?
Alistair.
Alistair, yeah.
Oh, was it Alistair? I knew I'd seen someone do it.
Yeah, Alistair does that, which is, another way. If you do it like that and measure it out, it will be just the right size, she says,
Yes.
crossing her fingers.
3 minutes to finish your mother's quilt.
Okay. Well, all I need to do is the seam across, and that will be it.
Lynn says she always gets into a pickle doing it this way. Maybe you have to make one of your Friday night masterclasses about this bit in particular.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Claire says she's part French. She thought she could hear a French tone.
Yeah, it's southern French.
What, like Monaco? Is that French?
Oh no, yeah, not that posh.
Oh, not posh.
Toulouse.
Oh?
Toulouse.
Oh, very nice. Oh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This is where leaving a bigger gap makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. And not doing it live on television. So.
No pressure.
No? Especially when you've got literally 90 seconds.
There we go. Okay. Right. I'll just trim that off quick. And then we'll see a moment of truth. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't catch the back quite well.
oh,
But
don't.
you get the idea.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that makes it so all you have to do, if you haven't missed sewn it like that.
Oh, you have to redo that bit now.
I will. But that's how you then finish up your seam.
Oh, I see.
And then turn it over and then hand sew.
And would you
binding
always
down.
hand stitch on the back?
I do. It does give you a nicer finish, and it gives you a little bit more control.
Oh, no, I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if it was all machined, you could have bought it from a shop, it was all machined. Leave the hand finishing, finish it off and everything.
And I find machine binding, it actually makes the edges a little bit harsh, a little bit harder.
Oh, yes, I suppose so, because it's creating a solid, you're creating a ridge and then making the outside.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much. When are you in next, you know?
1st of April.
Oh, 1st of April, is that
Yeah.
me? April Fool's Day, it's not me.
Oh, dear.
What day of the week's that then?
I know it's a weekday.
Oh, it's a weekday, because in April I'm doing every weekend. just so you know.
Okay.
Right, well, thank you ever so
Thank
much. See you on the 1st of April if I'm
Okay.
not here or watching from.
Okay.
It's a Thursday, so...
Oh.
No, I'm not in, but I got my Thursdays free again in April, so that's fine. Right, very quickly. Thank you, Emma. This machine is back in stock. Lots of them have been checked out. It's the 560. Now, Elna have told us we will not be getting any other Elna machines in. We are trying our hardest to get the 680 plus back in stock, but that one is £1,099. This one has 100 stitches. It has split pay of £193 if you want it. Now, what you do need to do is you can do this. We're not going to do it for you now. Just Google this machine and you will see how much it's on sale for everywhere else. The first number is a 6. The first number is definitely a 6. So please, if you've got that in your basket, please check out. Lots of people saying what a lovely demo, Emma. So thank you very much indeed. £579. Right, do not go anywhere. Oh no, got to do the menu. Because we're going to Yarn Lane. So here's tomorrow's Sewing Street menu. Amberley dress. The Amberley dress, you spelled Mark's name wrong. Sussex seems just launched with Mark. Yeah, I told them yesterday it was spelt wrong. Mark Francis. Let's Go Shopping Bag. And you spelt Janice wrong as well. Janice Hobbs, it's IS. Tillington Top with Mark Francis. We'll change it all before tomorrow. Kids Jumpsuit and Dressmaking with Janice. And then Adjust Form and Overlockers. And it's Vix on as the presenter tomorrow. I wish that's one thing that it's not Hannah's fault. She's just literally taken up. And I'm not being negative, but... No. I understand why Alistair gets very angry when people spell his name incorrectly as well. And I kind of understand it because if we were at Hannah, like we just called it Kevin, she'd be angry, wouldn't she? It's not your fault. No, I'm saying it's not your fault, Hannah. Don't worry, I'm not picking on you. Right, we're going to Yarn Lane now. So it's a totally different show. So if you're watching on the telly, you can stay where you are. If you're watching on the website, on the website, the YouTube or Facebook Live, you do need to now go and find all of those Yarn Lane. If you bought anything with us this morning, that's your P&P done. You don't need to worry about that. If you buy anything from Yarn Lane, you'll also be included in the competition. And it's a kits roundup that I will be coming back with of the favourite kits from the last week or so. We will see you on Yarn Lane in about 3 minutes. And Sewing Street, I'll see you next Wednesday.